and sunglasses and know shit about bugs and be 35. I know I talk about this in like every Disney Channel original movie video that I make, but this guy literally looks like he's 30. Maybe he was held back for being too cool or not not being stinky enough. That seems to be a requirement at the school. He went on stage to accept his diploma and they shook his hand and they were like, wait a minute, why isn't your hand sticky? Actually, there's no flies flying around you. Get out of here, dude. Back to fresh. I don't know, man. This just comes off as creepy to me. I guess this is supposed to be romantic, but it's not really romantic to me. Just scary.
I can see inside you.
Another one of the plot lines in this movie is that Zoe wants to join the dance team, but the girl who runs the dance team is like the popular mean girl. She doesn't want Zoe on the dance team because she's too good at dancing and it's gonna make her look bad or something. Anyway, by now you're probably wondering, when the frick does this app thing happen, right? When the frick does Zoe discover that the dog training app works on boys? Well, at first, it doesn't. Zoe's just trying to train the family dog because it's all just like the rest of the boys in the house. It's stinky. Gross. And it like destroys her room and shit. Breaks this thing that her dad gave to her. She downloads this app called, from here on out, that app is now able to control boys. Any man or boy this app can control against their will.
Sit.
And at first, while watching this movie, I didn't even think it was that weird. I didn't even give it a second thought. I was just like, okay, yeah, so something magical happened and now it can control boys. That makes sense. But like, what? What happened to the phone? I don't understand how solar panels and satellite dish changes the app from dog-based to man-based. Like, you'd think at the very least something having to do with like men would happen to the phone. Like the phone lands in like a bucket of buffalo wings or like flies through a football field. I'm just curious to know if that fucked up other apps on the phone or if it's just the dog training app. Now, whenever a boy likes one of my tweets, he goes into a coma for 3 years. And don't even get me started on the weather app, because every time I check that, boys start falling from the sky. Anyway, let's just say now that she's got the ability to control boys, she has a little bit of fun.
Boys are acting weird.
Dude, he farted twice in midair in such rapid succession. They added in 2 fart sound effects. Kind of impressive. I'm trying to imagine how she's gonna use the app to get herself out of this one. Stop farting. Take it back. Take the fart back. Suck it back up into your ass. Oh, how am I doing this? But no, she just uses the app to utterly humiliate him in front of his friends. That's funny. Girls are catty. What the fuck does that mean? Boys are dog-like? What the hell? I mean, I guess in this universe they kind of are. They're like flea-ridden, mangy boys.
Why do we smell like we smell?
So pretty much like the majority of this movie is just Zoe using the app to like get what she wants and make all the boys at the school act exactly how she wants them to. She turns the skater boys into gentlemen. She goes up to the nerdy gamer kids and tells them to like go do yoga instead of playing video games.
Let's go do some yoga.
And her brothers, dude, don't even get me started on what she does to her poor brothers. I'm taking the brothers' side, all right? They did nothing wrong. Her poor brothers were just living their lives until Zoe moved in and tries to fix them.
Be clean. Holy moly, it's filthy in here.
Her messy brother, she tells to be more clean, which turns him into this like hyper-hygienic husk of his former self.
I need a sponge and soap and paper towels and a power washer.
For the rest of the movie, he's literally he's scrubbing everything frantically in a panic. Anytime there's a mess, he's like, I gotta clean it up. She tells the gross cooking boy to cook less gross stuff.
Start making less gross food.
So he's like cooking 5-star meals for the rest of the movie. And then the oldest brother, she tells him to be more focused. The boy is just like focused on inanimate objects for the rest of the movie. He's just like staring at a lamp or at the basketball net. She turns her own family into like mindless zombies. And she's like, this is better. This is nice. It's creepy, dude. It's eerie, this movie. In all honesty, dude, this show walked so that WandaVision could run. This is basically WandaVision. In fact, since they're both owned by Disney, I wouldn't be surprised if this was in the same universe. This is like a prequel to WandaVision. This is where she gets the idea. It's kind of funny how low the stakes are considering the power that she holds. She could like take over Wall Street. She could get rich. She could make anybody do what she wants. Any man. She could fix every war. Create world peace. In fact, I think her friend says that at one point in the movie. She's like, we could end every war with this. And Zoe's just like, yeah, we could, but I simply will not. I think it's more important that my brother stares at a lamp for the rest of his life. That's kind of the shit I'm on. Rules to this movie, the lore does not make sense. I guess that's just how Disney Channel movies go. In the end, everyone sort of learns that like, hey, girls have things that girls do that are weird to boys, and boys do things that are weird to girls. And that's just how we need to leave it. Which in some sense I would agree with. Not in this movie, though. The boys are disgusting in this movie. They need to change something about themselves. I think that there could be some middle ground between her mind controlling them and them just being utterly repulsive. Anyway, the moral of the story is like Zoe realizes that she is not God and should not have unilateral control over everyone's lives, and they all live happily ever after. Well, guys, we may never be able to control boys using our smartphones, but you know what we can control? Our money. Thanks to today's sponsor, Current. Do a flip. Do a backflip. Sit. Speak.
I love you, Father.
Good boy. That's right, guys. Today's video has been sponsored by Current. Current is the future of mobile banking. You guys have heard me talk about how awesome Current is before, how flexible they are, how transparent they are with things like no hidden fees. But today, I've got something new to talk about, and that's interest. Because Current just launched a new feature called Interest where you can earn 4% APY on your money. That's 4% for your money literally just sitting there. That's right, you don't gotta be throwing money at the stock market or buying NFTs and investing in cryptocurrency to get some return on your money. With Current's interest feature, you literally just get 4% for your money just sitting there. And as if that's not already enough reason to start using Current, I am once again going to be giving away $5,000 with Current's help. So go ahead, download Current, make an account, use the code DANNYINTEREST for a chance to win, and so you don't miss out on that 4%. Signing up for Current is totally free to do. You can do it right now. So honestly, there's really no reason not to. All right, well, thank you to Current for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out Current. They've been a long-time sponsor of the channel. They've helped me do some amazing things, so make sure you check them out, and goodbye. Bye. All right, guys, I'll admit I am very late to this topic, potentially even like a month late, depending on when this video comes out, but in my defense, I'm a dad now, all right? I have a baby. He's 5 months old. I have better things to do than sitting here talking to a camera alone in my room. Like watching Jason Nash live stream on TikTok. All right, Sandra, thank you for the money. Kevin, thank you for the money. Can you guys send me $1 million? Turns out I can do both at the same time though, so now I'm here. If you've been on TikTok lately, there's a good chance you've seen former Vlog Squad member Jason Nash constantly live streaming, compulsively urging his fans to send him money. I know I have. A lot. This man is constantly live.
Here we go, 118. Guys, don't forget to follow my podcast, All Good Things Podcast. We just spoke about it. We need...
If you enjoyed that 30 seconds of silence, guys, make sure to go check out my podcast. You're gonna love that. It's completely silent for an hour. Like me, a lot of people were pretty confused to see this. At one time, Jason Nash was a part of the most popular group on YouTube, and now he's battling the Joker for gifts on TikTok.
What a way to start the day with Tommy. Coach Tommy, thank you so much for being here.
If you've never seen one of these TikTok gifts battles before, basically there's two creators and you send gifts to the respective creator that you're watching. This bar at the top indicates who has the most gifts, and when time runs out, whoever has the most gifts wins. Their prize? All of the gifts that they got during the battle. And then the second place person also wins all the gifts that they got during that battle. So needless to say, there's a lot at stake. This is a live stream where Jason is actually battling his wife, Naveen.
Why don't you come down in the room? I'll let you in. You can come back in the house now.
Yeah, come back in the house, man. You look like Batman standing over the city. Now, hang on. If they're married, aren't the gifts just going to both of them? What kind of charade is this? Now, at first I kind of assumed that most of the people watching these live streams were children. And I was like, ooh, that is super weird, just like asking children for money. You're basically just asking them to steal their parents' credit cards. In a way, I sort of thought of Jason Nash as like a babysitter, but he's also babysitting 1,000 other kids. And if you start choking, he's not gonna call 911 because he can't see you. But after tuning into a few of his streams and actually like clicking on some of the profiles of people watching, I realized that it's actually mostly adults, which was very surprising to me. Guys, what are we doing here? Stop that. I promise you there are like 1 billion other better uses for your money than helping Jason Nash's wife crush him in a gift battle. Fun as it may be. The reason I wanted to make this video is because I think that it's kind of a very interesting look at the career span of a creator. It's a pretty new career, all things considered. And like nobody's been a full-time online creator for 40 years. So we don't really know how long this career is supposed to last or how it will evolve over time. So I think it's worth looking at why Jason Nash is here. Between the years of 2016 and 2020, David Dobrik was seemingly at the top of the YouTube ecosystem. What started as David just sort of goofing around and filming his friends as up-and-coming content creators quickly turned into partying all the time, collabing with huge celebrities, huge giveaways, and giant sponsorship deals. And if you didn't watch the vlogs around this time, you might think that David was like the biggest part of them, but it was actually more his friends doing the heavy lifting. David was always behind the camera, and sure, he would laugh a lot, and you'd hear him laugh, but I really feel like the reason people tuned in was sort of to live vicariously through David and experience the goofiness that was all of his friends. So while all of the vlogs were on David's channel and David was inevitably the most popular member of the vlog squad, I really feel like he owes most of his success to his friend group. But it was a fun time. I watched a lot of the vlogs back in the day and I really enjoyed them. It felt like you were a part of this friend group. And in a lot of ways, you were like the members of the vlog squad, because like the members of the vlog squad, you also were not getting paid for your appearances in the videos, which is something that I always found kind of weird. David's friends never got any sort of payment. Their only payment was in exposure. And so what kind of ended up happening was, because everybody else around David wanted to launch their careers off of David's vlogs, they all started vlogging too. But because they would always be hanging out together, all of their vlogs seemed to be just like the same situation from a bunch of different angles, and everybody was holding vlog cameras. It got pretty out of hand for a while there. Eventually though, during the pandemic, a bunch of stuff happened that caused David to take a step back from vlogging. Mainly a bunch of scary accusations about one of his best friends, Dom, and also him almost killing one of his other best friends, Jeff Wittick, by slamming him into the side of an excavator. After losing a bunch of followers and probably more importantly a bunch of sponsors, David posted an apology saying he was gonna do better. He said he was gonna take steps to make sure his vlogs were a safer environment for the people in them.
And I want to be able to have a place of checks and balances. I want to have HR.
If he had to choose between quitting vlogging or doing it safer with an HR team, he was gonna do that. And then he quit vlogging. Currently, David is still presumably very rich. The only place he really posts is on Snapchat, and from what I can tell, he mostly just goes around and tours really expensive houses and parties a lot. He doesn't seem to have any ambitions of creating more content on YouTube. In a lot of ways, he's sort of like the Great Gatsby of social media now. But without David sort of manning the ship that was the vlog squad, a lot of the other members basically had to figure out other avenues and other ways to make money and maintain their following after the vlog ended. Zane and Heath have a pretty successful podcast now, so does Jeff Wittick. Carly and Aaron, I believe, have a podcast too. But I feel like Jason Nash out of the entire group is having the most trouble adjusting to the post-vlog era. He has a podcast, but it's definitely not getting the same numbers that his podcast with David did, views, back in the day, which David also quit. Despite them, I think, getting a bunch of really great offers that would have changed Jason's life, David decided to quit because he didn't want to do that anymore. He wanted to be the Great Gatsby. So Jason has now been left to fend for himself, and it seems like TikTok gift streaming is what he has turned to.
You excited to go to dinner?
Man, this is content, baby. This is crazy. I didn't know all you had to do is just sit there and stare at your camera and people will just send you money. Why did I write this whole video? So a lot of the response has obviously been kind of cringing at this feeling that what he's doing now is very shady. And I mean, he's not really harming anybody, I guess. It does seem like it's mostly adults sending him money. Obviously, there's always going to be kids online stealing their parents' credit cards, so that's not great. I do get kind of a shady vibe from it just because there literally is no content for you to consume except to send him money. Like, the whole point of this stream is to see how much money Jason can make without having to do anything. That's like the point of the stream.
Melanie, thank you.
Let's go.
And you could argue that Twitch streaming has donations and, you know, a bunch of other live streaming does too. But I would argue that there's at least some content behind that. Someone's playing a video game or they're doing a podcast live and the donations are just a little bit extra on top. It's not the content itself. I've also seen a lot of people wondering, like, wait, isn't David super generous? During his vlogs, he was always giving away cars. He was paying for people's weddings, just like handing out PlayStations to people on the street. Surely he could just help Jason if he's struggling financially, right? Wrong. From some of Jason's podcast clips, it seems that that is definitely not the case. But before we get to that, I've got to make some money of my own. Alright guys, let's get those gifts in. James, thank you for the llama. Carol, thank you for the sombrero. Brian sent a Arab? Oh. Is this a gift on TikTok Live? Also, how did you get this one? This one's mine. Well, regardless, this is actually pretty convenient because this video is sponsored by Arab. Arab flavors your water using scent-based taste. And, oh, Brian also sent a scent pod? Oh, thanks, man. Okay, so I can put that on. With the scent pod down like so, it's just a normal water bottle. But when I activate the scent pod, air is able to pass through the scent pod and into your mouth, where you can taste the scent. Send me money. I like to bust out my air up while I'm getting work done. It gives my water a little bit more which is what I need when I'm trying to focus. This one right here is lime, and it is excellent. Someone said, come to Brazil. I'm busy. Air up is a unique hydrating experience. You can't get this anywhere else, buddy. No chemicals, no sweeteners added to the water, just plain old water into my plain old mouth. The scent pods come in a variety of flavors. I really like the lime and the peach. My editor, Jake, is really fond of cherry. So no matter what kind of flavors you like, there's bound to be a couple for you. You want to spice up your hydration experience, click the link in the description, get yourself an Air Up, get yourself some scent pods, put your mouth on the nozzle, and suck away. You look really tired today. That is mean. Thank you to Air Up for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out Air Up. Now back to the video. About a month ago when Jason was in the thick of his live streaming every day, he posted this podcast where he and a bunch of David's mutual friends talk about how different life is now that David's not vlogging anymore.
But the thing is, like, David's in this, like, moment in his life.
Yeah, where he can do anything.
Where he just parties.
Oh no, Jason, the look on your face, man. Jason's like, don't look bitter, don't look bitter, don't look bitter.
Where he can do anything.
Perfect. He can do whatever the fuck he wants now.
He calls me to play pool. And I'm like, I gotta go live, and I don't expect him to understand that.
You don't expect him to understand that you have to work to make money? You know he did that too, right? I wouldn't expect him to understand that, man. He hasn't had to work in, gosh, what is it, 2 years now? I hate to say it, Jason, I think he gets it. I just don't think he cares.
Like, I'll say things like, I'm losing my house, and he'll be like, oh, but just come play pool.
I just don't think he cares. Dude, Jason, haven't you learned anything from being friends with a popular YouTuber? You just told him you might lose your house, and he invites you over. You think he really wants to play pool, dude? He's probably gonna Mr. Beast you. He's probably inviting you over so he can, like, surprise you with a new house. He might make you do Squid Games for it, but you have a chance to win a new house. Maybe he'll give you a new car. Or, you know, surprise you with his new car like he did that one time.
My surprise to you is that I'm buying myself a car.
I know, right?
That was cool. I will say it is interesting that David seemingly stopped doing the extravagant giveaways once he stopped doing the vlog. I wonder what the correlation there is. That's kind of weird.
There was a great TikTok that he sent, which was like some guy. It's just the guy that has like a lot of money and can do anything all day. He's like, oh, Diplo's having a party tonight, and like it's literally like things that David has said.
David sent Jason a TikTok of a rich, out of touch guy being like, oh my god, dude, this is so me. Dude, look at this TikTok. This is so me. That moment when you're rich and you're partying with Diplo and you're talking about how much you hate Jason Nash and how poor Jason Nash is. Guys, comment below if you found this relatable.
But if you think about it, though, from 18 to like what, 23, 24.
Oh, he was hitting it
He never drank. I don't think he ever drank. Even when we would visit him, we'd be up till like midnight just like watching the edits, just like.
Wow, he worked hard for 5 years? Let the man party, dude. Please do not burden David's poor gentle soul with your financial woes. Just let the man play pool and play with him, for God's sake. I mean, look, I don't doubt that he worked hard. The dude posted 3 vlogs a week. I'm sure it was a lot of hard work, but you know who also worked hard? Everybody in his vlogs. I mean, that dude just said it himself. They all stayed up with him until midnight watching the edits to make sure they were good. This was a group endeavor. And I know what people say. They say like, well, David gave them the opportunities, you know? He didn't have to make them famous. Yeah, he kind of did. That was like the whole point of his vlogs, was his friends. David wasn't just making them famous because he was a good, generous guy. He was doing it because that's what was working. They made him famous as much as he made them famous.
Now it's like the complete opposite. Everyone's like working, and here's him just like, hey, what are you doing tonight? And it's like a Tuesday night. Everyone's working.
Yeah, man, that is kind of a crazy switch. Whereas before, David was working and everyone was helping him. Now everyone else is working, so naturally David is partying with Diplo. Naturally, a lot of the conversation around Jason's live streams has revolved around the confusion as to why he wouldn't just get like a normal job if he was strapped for cash, or if like the social media thing wasn't working out.
Can someone make Jason Nash a fucking DoorDash account?
People are wondering, why is he pursuing this career that is like universally seen as embarrassing or cringe rather than just getting a 9-to-5? And I totally get that criticism, because I do love being a creator. I love getting to be my own boss. I love being creative on a daily basis, working with people that I'm really inspired by, entertaining people. But if this exact version of being a creator stopped being feasible, would I start doing gift streams on TikTok? Hell no. And not even necessarily because it's like embarrassing or cringe. It's just that like what I enjoy about being a creator, that does not accomplish. There's no being creative. There's no entertaining people. At a certain point, you like strip out all of the fun parts of the career and you just have only the most superficial parts of it left. Just money and fame. So no, if like this YouTube channel didn't work out anymore, there's a billion other things I would rather do that would be more enticing to me than like gift streaming on Twitch. But maybe Jason likes it. He doesn't look like he does, but maybe he does. On the other hand, I could say that Jason is also older. He's lived a lot more life, he's had a lot more experience, and his career in the entertainment industry has gone through a lot more ups and downs than mine has. From what I can tell, Jason has been a stand-up comedian, he's been in TV shows, he's been a podcaster, a Viner, and a Vlog Squad member, and now a TikTok live gift battler. Between all of those seasons of his life, I'm sure there was downtime where he could have thought, oh, maybe this isn't for me, I'm gonna get up and go get a normal job. And then, lo and behold, the next opportunity comes along. So in some sense, I do understand if Jason's mentality is like, maybe I'm just gonna do this for a little while until I get my next thing off the ground.
And I know that when I started Vine, people said the same thing to me. They're like, what are you doing? Why are you doing Vine? You know? And I was like, okay, this is what I'm doing. And then I did YouTube, and people were like, why are you doing YouTube? And I feel like when you're first to something, that can really pan out.
Yeah, I do get what you're saying, but also I don't know if this is the same as Vine and YouTube. Saying he's the first to this new thing like TikTok gift battling is gonna be the next big thing is very worrying to me. Please don't make that the next big thing, guys. On top of all that, there is this sort of like gamification in your head that happens when you're a content creator. Because so much of it is like numbers based, you're always looking at your analytics, hoping your numbers go up. It becomes kind of a game in your head to see if you can do better than you did last month or last year. Because of that, I feel like in a lot of content creators' heads, quitting or pursuing a different career path is seen as like losing the game, even if it's subconscious. That being said, I don't think that's a healthy way to look at it, and I would encourage people who are pursuing being a creator to find other passions that, you know, if this didn't work out, you could pursue that instead, because I think just clinging to relevancy for relevancy's sake is not a good thing. But why try to guess what Jason's thinking when someone literally asked him on his own podcast why he doesn't just get a job?
This isn't me saying this as a negative thing.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
just
no,
totally
address it.
asking.
Please.
Yeah.
Why don't I get a real job?
No, I know why you do it.
Yeah.
But like...
No, man, I know why you do it. It's pretty clear to me. But, could you tell everyone else why you do this?
Someone said that the other day, why don't you get into real estate? I'm like,
I hate it.
I don't have a real estate license.
Bo Graney?
Oh yeah, I forgot. You have to be born with a real estate license to do real estate. But darn, Jason Nash was born with a TikTok account. So he has to do that instead.
Right. Now look, would I be on TikTok Live if I wasn't in like a financial hole? I don't know, probably not. But also like YouTube wasn't really working. And I needed to find something. OnlyFans. I can't do OnlyFans.
This is such an unrelatable thought process to most people. YouTube is not working out for him, and his first thought is OnlyFans? TikTok begging people for money? It just comes off as being so set on being an influencer that nothing else matters to this guy.
Listen, it is what it is. It's like, I was on Vine, I was on YouTube, I was on Snapchat, and now I'm doing this.
Don't say it like that.
Now I'm doing this.
I mean, I do like it.
No, man, I don't think you do. Not after that. We all saw that. So anyway, it is what it is, and I have to do it because I love it, and it's my favorite thing. Phew, that was close. Hey, we can hear you. What? You said that was close out loud. Oh no!
Do you ever think about going
To DoorDash?
Or to like I just never thought it's entertainment or nothing. I don't care what it is. Like
what would you suggest I do?
No. It's just that
we get a job at Lululemon.
From what I can gather from this clip and the way they're laughing about the prospect of being a DoorDash driver or working at Lululemon, those jobs are not even on the table for Jason. I don't know his personal finances, but Jason lives in LA, he owns a house, he has kids, he has a wife. So I feel like when he's saying things like, I don't have any other skills, what he's really saying is, I don't have any other skills that would allow me to live the exact same life that I'm currently living. And honestly, I could understand if he really does like the TikTok live streaming thing, but don't laugh at other jobs like Lululemon or DoorDash like you're so above doing them, yet you're on TikTok literally asking people for money. And I do totally get that Jason has kids that he has to support, that I'm totally empathetic to that situation. It is kind of ironic that his solution to that is to ask other people's kids for money online, but that's neither here nor there. This whole situation kind of reminds me of this TikTok I saw about a month ago. My Roman Empire is all of those influencers who dropped out of college or quit their jobs, moved to LA, then became irrelevant. Like, where did they go? What are they doing now? One interesting thing that I don't know if a lot of people know is that I feel like a lot of creators who get into this situation can actually leverage some of the connections they make while they're relevant and some of the skills that they've learned to get jobs at like marketing agencies, talent agencies, social media companies, or working for other creators behind the scenes. There's actually a lot of opportunities out there, which I would know because my first job out of college was working for a YouTube MCN. While I was still on Vine, I graduated college and I was worried that that wasn't going to be a stable career, so I actually got a job working at an MCN. And then I also worked at the YouTube channel Corridor for a while before my YouTube channel took off. So just throwing that out there, there are other career opportunities where you get to be involved in the creator space, even writing or acting, stuff like that. But it doesn't have to be your operation. You can just get a stable job. All right, it's time to talk about David again. While everyone was making fun of Jason for doing the TikTok live streaming thing, David paid him a visit on Snapchat.
Dude, you're kind of becoming a legend on TikTok now.
I know. Not in a good way.
Yeah, but I think it's fun.
No, man, this is a great look. This is awesome. Multi-millionaire visits former unpaid employee wearing a crown to make fun of his new job. David, do you know why, perchance, Jason has to do the TikTok live streaming? Have you thought about that at all? During your long nights of playing pool?
Bye, guys. Thanks for having us over in your little hobbit home.
And make fun of his house before you leave? Check. Great job. Now, with all of this talk about David and Jason, I just want to make it clear, do not go and send any hate to these people in real life, especially Jason. Jason actually got swatted mid-live during one of his streams a few weeks ago, which is obviously horrible.
Anybody else inside? No. Okay, hold on. Let's get it together and then...
This is obviously a horrible situation, actually terrifying. But I cannot help but break a little smile when I look over and the two people he's gift battling are the Dobre brothers. I don't think there's a single funnier sight than watching the two of these blankly stare into the camera not understanding what's going on. Also, imagine your gift battle opponent getting swatted and he's still crushing you, dude. That's gotta hurt. My big takeaway from all of this is if you are pursuing being a content creator, I would heavily recommend being super careful about the way you go about it. I would highly recommend not letting your success be at all related to the success of another influencer. You don't want to be the guy from David's vlogs when David stops the vlogs. Also, save your money. This career that we have, we don't know how long it's gonna last. I mean, I sort of view it as being any other type of entertainer. You're only relevant for so long, or like an athlete or something. You can only be in your prime for a certain amount of time, so save as much as you can. It's really easy to get caught up in the lifestyle of an influencer and like partying all the time and flying on private jets, buying expensive cars. And if you can make this career last for like 20 to 30 years, that's awesome. That's insane, but it's definitely not guaranteed. So just be careful, all right? For me, for your old pal Dan. Alright guys, well I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. Greg is what I call my fans here on YouTube, and if you just watch this whole video, that means you kinda gotta be a Greg now. I don't make the rules, sorry. Except for that rule I actually did make, but all the other rules I don't make. Alright, I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. The story of a Willy Wonka experience gone wrong in Glasgow, Scotland has taken the internet by storm, and I love it. I don't think I've ever in all my life seen such an impressive an inspiring dumpster fire of an event. It is just, mwah. It is just perfect. This event, which was supposed to give kids the chance to experience Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, was so bad, it prompted parents to call the police to get justice for the horrors they had witnessed. Police were called to an immersive Willy Wonka experience after families showed up to an empty warehouse. The event reportedly charged $40 per entry, that's per person by the way, advertised with AI art, and said it would be a journey filled with wondrous creations and enchanting surprises at every turn. And oh, what enchanting surprises they found. Kids were all dressed up and crying, waiting for what they thought was going to be a magical experience. Yeah, that's the surprise. No magic here. Just sadness. The surprise was them crying. If they called the police, that's how you know it was bad. Because they didn't even do that in the actual Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, and kids were dying in that movie. And honestly, it does look like it was terrifying. Take a look at some of the images of the abandoned warehouse that parents had to spend $40 to gain access to. Okay, here we have some sort of chocolate fountain with murky brown water floating in it. We have one bouncy castle that can fit like 3 kids. Giant empty space filled with table and chairs. You're probably thinking there must be something pretty good to eat here with all these table and chairs. Probably some pretty tasty chocolate, right? No, there was no chocolate at this event. These photos look like a crime scene, dude. These look like Willy Wonka had to flee the country after the FDA found fentanyl in his chocolate. So he has to post up in an abandoned factory to keep the business going while the feds are after him. You got this lovely scene. I think that the size of the warehouse really screwed them over, honestly. If it was a smaller room, it wouldn't look so empty. There would still be nothing to do there, but it wouldn't look so sad. In a way, seeing this photography light in front of this like $2 Candyland backdrop makes me feel kind of sad for the people who put on this event. Like, oh, you really thought people were gonna want to take pictures in front of this shit? Of course not. No. If 2 parents brought 2 kids to this event, it would cost $160, and you're getting this. I think I get why they called the police, honestly, dude. If I was promised some kind of fun Willy Wonka experience for the kids and then showed up to this foggy warehouse, I would think I was about to be murdered in some kind of Willy Wonka-themed Saw movie. And if that's not enough, wait until you see the nightmarish characters they had running around this place. So this is one of the most famous pictures to come out of the whole ordeal. This is an Oompa Loompa, obviously. A lot of people are focusing on the facial expression she's making in this picture. She looks exasperated. And honestly, I don't blame her. This has to be like the worst acting gig she's ever had. As far as I know, this actor wasn't putting on the event. She was just hired to be there. She's probably dealing with crying children, pissed off parents. Also, I'm pretty sure canonically the Oompa Loompas are enslaved by Willy Wonka, so the facial expression makes sense in that context too. What I'm actually more concerned with is everything else going on in this photo. Why is there so much smoke? I'm not super familiar with the process of making chocolate, but I'm 100% sure there should not be that much smoke happening. No wonder she's making that face, dude. She's high as hell. And I love all the mismatched chemistry gear she's got strewn about the table. Beakers, vials, this mysterious elixir locked up in a little glass box. A quill? Oompa Loompas take notes like wizards from the 1300s? I didn't know that. All right, now the other 2 characters that were at this thing, I gotta introduce you to at the same time because they're both in the same video clip. So let me introduce you to Willy Wonka and the Unknown.
What is that? It's the unknown.
Man, what the hell? Dude, fuck everything else. I would call the police based off of that. Who is that demon? Surprising twists and turns was right in the advertisement. I would not expect to take my kids to a Willy Wonka experience and have them be accosted by a shadow figure. I can tell you that right now. It's terrifying that Willy Wonka says, "What is that?" when he sees it.
What is that?
Like, dude, this is your chocolate factory. You don't even know what that is? We are so fucked. Here's a different clip of some other kids experiencing the unknown.
As the soup flavor full of scary face. Oh my God. Stare the great unknown. Wonderful. I love fantastic.
Yeah, that's the correct reaction to seeing the unknown. What is that? Wonka says it, this kid says it, I'm saying it. Also, I love that baby's reaction. That was like a primal instinct to make that sound. Humans have evolved for millions of years to make that sound when they see the unknown. According to some reports that I've read from the event, the unknown is supposed to be an evil chocolate maker who hides in the walls and scares little children. Is he a part of the actual Wonka story? No. Was it advertised that there would be a child-scaring monster at this event? No. But speaking of the advertising for the event, one of the most insane parts of this whole story is that this company that made this event, House of Illuminati, apparently used exclusively AI-generated images to advertise this event. Surprisingly, the website is still up, so you can go and check it out for yourself. Welcome to Willy's Chocolate Experience. Dive into the whimsical of Willy's Chocolate Experience! Exclamation point, comma. So you've got images like this, which at first look like some kind of fun candy land, but then the closer you look, it doesn't really make any sense. Like, what the fuck is this thing? Is that supposed to be a bunny? Who the hell is that? I don't like the looks of these things. But then you get images like this advertising the Twilight Tunnel, which are so clearly AI generated, it makes you wonder if the whole event was being run by an AI. Because how could a human not notice that there are so many typos in all of these images? You got dim tight, depractions, ungurrival, featuring dodjection and swide. Then you've got ensuring entertainment, which of course includes catgagatting, carchy tons, and a passidice of sweet teats. And on top of the website being seemingly designed by AI, apparently all of the actors' lines were too, which we know thanks to this video posted by the actor who played Willy Wonka.
I'm going to be poking a little bit of fun at the event, but I wanted to say before I start that I feel for anyone who bought tickets to this, people who are expecting a magical chocolate experience.
People who are unfortunately captured by the unknown, we hope you are found soon.
So the first red flag for me was when I was cast as Willy Wonka. Anyone who looks at me and thinks Willy Wonka and not Oompa Loompa is out of their mind. I give off major Oompa Loompa energy. I got cast as the part on the Thursday, and was told that I needed to learn the script for the Friday. So I said, no problem, send it over. The script was 15 pages, monologue, pretty much, of AI-generated gibberish.
You know what I'm kind of curious about? If the script was AI-generated, where did the unknown come from? Did the event organizers just ask ChatGPT to generate a script about Willy Wonka's chocolate factory and it just threw that shit in? Cause that's terrifying. ChatGPT was like, planning an event for kids, huh? I know just the thing to add. Don't worry, I'm great with kids.
So I'll give you one of the lines from the script. I'm not going to do the Willy Wonka voice because I think I've embarrassed myself enough. But one of my favorite lines was, there is a man who lives here. His name is not known. So we call him the Unknown. The Unknown is an evil chocolate maker who lives in the walls. What? We were told on the experience to hand out a jelly bean, one jelly bean per child, and a quarter of a cup of Tesco's own brand lemonade.
One jelly bean? All that smoke the Oompa Loompa had to endure and she was just back there cranking out one jelly bean? Maybe the unknown was introduced as some way to canonically explain why there was no chocolate at the event. Sorry kids, there's no chocolate here today. An evil chocolate maker showed up and he shot the Oompa Loompas. They're dead now. So one of the Oompa Loompas from the event also posted a TikTok kind of poking fun at the whole experience, but the one actor we haven't heard from yet is the one that we all obviously want to talk to. The unknown. Unknown, we need to know your story. What was your inspiration for your performance? How did you get into character? The unknown must have had the worst time of any of the actors because, like, you got hired to do a performance of Willy Wonka and you got cast as a character that's not in Willy Wonka, just like an evil spirit that lives in mirrors. And then your job for an entire day is to scare and confuse unsuspecting children who have no clue what they're in for. Every time a kid came around that corner, you just know the unknown was like, God damn it, I gotta traumatize another kid. The Oompa Loompa from the famous photo ended up doing an interview with Vulture where she describes the moment that children saw her for the first time, and it is very sad. Tell me about the moment as the kids started coming in. Did you see the innocence leave their eyes? They were quite upset. I think they were confused, but it was more the parents. I just looked at them, and I think they must have known when they looked at me. An older couple said to me, I really, really hope you get paid well for this. This sounds like she's describing people witnessing the wreckage of a tsunami or something. It's crazy. Each individual person that laid eyes on her had to take a second to mourn. When you say walk through, how long are we talking here to walk through this event? I'm telling you, this would have taken about 2 minutes. I've never experienced anything like this in my life. Dude, honestly, that's kind of smart, because like 2 minutes isn't even long enough to process like the first stages of grief. You're getting these people in and out before they can even realize they got scammed, you know? They don't even know what the fuck just happened. After the police were called, people started getting refunded, the story blew up. The director of the company who put on this event did eventually apologize. I'm really shocked that the event had fallen short of the expectations of people on paper. Yeah, dude, on paper the event was awesome. No chocolate, abandoned warehouse, smoky oompa, just like the movie. There was every intention to hold the event from the pictures. Despite not being the best light, hopefully you'll be able to see that there was every intention to hold the event. No, we know you were planning on holding the event. That's kind of the problem. I think a lot of people wish you didn't. Unfortunately, there were unforeseen circumstances and the event didn't come to light. He's like, we were not expecting that evil chocolate maker to show up. The unknown ruined the event. These issues were technological in nature. We had ordered a holographic paper that didn't arrive on time. The holographic technology in itself is absolutely fabulous technology, and unfortunately, there was a delay in postage. Holographic paper? No, I don't think that was the problem with the event, actually. The lack of holographic paper. Look, I don't know what holographic paper is, but based on his reliance on ChatGPT and Midjourney, I do not trust his opinion of absolutely fabulous technology. So I'm just gonna go ahead and assume the holographic paper would not have helped. Well, gang, this is surely an event that will go down in the history books. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. What's up, Greg? I hope you're having a very spooky October. So I mentioned this last year in a tweet and also in the description of Spooky Man, but I know not everybody saw it, so I wanted to make this video filling you guys in. There will be no new spooky song this year, or ever again. I'm sorry, I know a lot of people look forward to them. I made Spooky Boy in, gosh, 2017, and at the time I thought it was just gonna be kind of a fun one-off song to spread a little bit of holiday cheer for my favorite holiday, and people enjoyed it. And to my surprise, the next year I started getting requests to do a sequel, which I was not expecting, because I don't know if songs usually get sequels, and maybe that should be more of a thing. Imagine Super Bass 2. Epic Bass. But anyway, I made a sequel for Spooky Boy, and then I made another one, and before I knew it, it was kind of like a little spooky tradition that every year I would make a spooky song. But I don't know if you've ever tried writing more than 4 songs about the exact same thing, but it's hard. And don't get me wrong, I'm still a spooky person, okay? I haven't abandoned the spook. But at this point, I kind of feel like I've just written the same song 3 times and then another time, but sexy. And I just kind of feel like I'm out of spooky bars. I'm out of clever Halloween puns. I'm out of catchy Halloween melodies. And trust me, I've experimented with a ton of different spooky song ideas, but just none of them hit the same. In fact, as a little goodbye to this yearly spooky tradition and the spooky saga as a whole, why don't I show you a few of my rejected spooky songs? Man, look at all these spooky songs. There's a lot of memories in here. And I really did try everything. I mean, look at Spooky Lad. I'm actually a spooky lad. I've got a spooky mum, a spooky dad. I've got a spooky cup, a spooky tea. I'm dressed as a spooky queen for Halloween. Man, that was a trip. Some of these I don't even remember. Spooky goofball? What is that? I'm a spooky goofball, spooking through the night. I'm a spooky goofball boy. Fuck with me, I'll give you quite a fright. Yeah, I don't even know how that could have been a full song. Also, it didn't feel spooky, really. It just felt silly. Oh man, Spooky Girl? That was a special one.
My spooky world just don't spin around without you. My spooky boo. And every Halloween I don't go looking for tricks and treats. Oh no, this Halloween I just need my spooky girl.
I guess that one doesn't really fit because that's talking about someone else. It's not even talking about me. I'm not the spooky girl. Now Spooky DJ on the other hand, that shit slapped.
It's a spooky party, yeah, and I'm a spooky DJ. I play the spookiest tracks. It's a spooky party, a spooky party. Nobody's having fun, cause my songs are too spooky. Everybody's terrified.
So thank you guys for enjoying the spooky songs. I did really enjoy making them, and you know what? Even though I'm not making any more, you can still listen to the whole spooky saga. Those songs aren't going anywhere. And you know what? They're probably way better than any spooky song I could possibly make now because I'm all out of ideas. So go ahead and throw them into a playlist, listen to them all October long, and even after that too, because a real spooky boy is spooky all year round. And yeah, happy Halloween! Me. Okay, thank you. Before starting this game, I had no concept of what this game was gonna be like at all. I have no concept of what this game is gonna be like at all. But in a nutshell, what you do in this game is steal from a lonely old woman. Find the cash. Oh my god, am I stealing from the grandma? Am I the bad one? You enter her house at the beginning of the game, and then for 20 astonishingly short levels. Level cleared! The game directs you to systematically steal every valuable item in this poor woman's house. Each level you steal one item, all while being hunted by Granny. The main door is closed, find the key. Oh, fuck! Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! What the hell? Yep, that's Granny. And that's the first time I ever saw her. And while you're doing the game's bidding, picking up every loose item in her house, she roams the halls with a baseball bat, and if she finds you before you beat the level, she clobbers you to death. Ah! And I just gotta ask, is that really so wrong? How bad is Granny, really? It's just that I don't really feel bad for my character. I feel bad for the Granny because I broke into her house and now I'm stealing shit. The description on the App Store said that I was getting dirt on the Granny. And then you jump into the game and come to find out I'm just stealing nice things from her. I took her TV and I stole cash. Is that what dark secrets the Granny was hiding? Her life savings? We're gonna put a stop to whatever the Granny's been up to. You find out she's just been up to saving. She's been up to a retirement fund, a Roth IRA. We can't let her get away with this. Granny has a couple of interesting quirks and features. For example, when she hits you with her baseball bat, she doesn't actually face you. She runs right up to you and then turns to the side and hits the air next to you, thus killing you. Sometimes Granny can kill you after you've already beaten a level, which is really frustrating. Oh, fuck, fuck, fuck! Level cleared! Wait, what? A level cleared and I died? Like, you'll be on the level cleared page already, you'll be celebrating, and then the game will notify you that unfortunately Granny has decided to kill you anyway. Sometimes Granny gets stuck. I think I beat the game. She'll get confused in her old age and she'll get stuck in the corner of a room or the middle of a hallway, and you know, it's good for us, but it's sad to see, you know? She used to be so young and spry, I assume. I never actually knew her back then, but the instructions in this game are way less helpful than they should be for a game that is only instructions. As you'll come to find, Granny's house has 2 floors, and while most people would call those floors the first floor and the second floor, whoever made this game, I guess, thought it would be fun to call the first floor the main floor and the second floor the first floor. So in the game, when it tells you to find the Chinese vase in the first floor alley, you get to spend an exhilarating 10 minutes wandering around what you thought was the first floor, touching every vase to check if it's the Chinese one. The Chinese vase, am I stupid? What is a Chinese vase? Okay, I've been wandering around the house for like 10 minutes now. The Granny's not even here anymore. It's like she left, she got bored also of the game, only to find out that it was upstairs the whole time. If I find the vase up here, I'm gonna be so pissed off. Just so we're all clear, this is the second floor. And if there's a Chinese vase up here that I could pick up, I'm gonna lose it. And I'm gonna, God damn it is right. Oh, and I'm dead. That was the second floor! This game is wicked cool. Now I know it looks like I'm having a lot of fun playing this game, but it got really boring really fast. I've been in every room of this house 900 times. I wish I never found this game. Every level is basically the same. Anytime you beat a level, yay, fail a level, dang, or even pause the game, you get an ad. It's an ad for a game called Going Balls. I'm going absolutely balls right now, dude. And they're really long ads. These ads are unusually long and confusing to click out of. Please skip. Please skip. No, I don't want Cash App. Skip it. No. I literally think I spent more time watching ads than I did playing the game. That's not fair. But because the levels were so short and there were only 20 of them, I knew that if I buckled down and grinded, I could beat this whole entire game in one sitting. So I suffered through ad after ad after ad, and finally made it to the last level. Now pick everything and run out of the house. So with all of her worldly possessions in my 2 pants pockets, I made my escape. Okay, here we go, let's go! There's 2 yellow spots. I get to pick which one I want to finish on? I'm going over here. Level clear! Yeah! This game made my life worse. Also, I realized after I finished the game that on the App Store, there's supposed screenshots of gameplay for this game, but none of those are in the actual game. Picking up barrels and sitting down for lunch with Granny? Where was that? I would have killed to do that. Next game. I was feeling pretty frustrated going into the next game, but I was hoping that Virtual Boyfriend Simulator would be a nice change of pace. I started off by creating my own little profile. I got to take a picture. That looks good. Put in my name. Damn. Decide on a couple of character attributes. I had to look up what impudent meant. Means not showing due respect for another person or impertinent. Similar to Chinky. Wait, what? When you go back to the app after being in another app, there's a picture of a crying boy that says, "Honey, come back." And then when you actually get there, it's like, what? Oh no, we just wanted to know if you were impudent or not. Yeah, fuck it, I'm impudent. When you start playing Virtual Boyfriend Simulator, you can only talk to one guy. His name is Kevin, the perfect boyfriend for you. Kevin, and he's 18. Is 18. Okay, I'm 28. The 10-year age gap made me a little bit uncomfortable. But unfortunately, if you want to talk to literally anybody else besides Kevin, you have to pay for premium. From the moment you get into this app, they start bombarding you with messages to try to get you to buy premium. Unlock all virtual guys. There's pop-ups that say, look at all the boys you can talk to if you upgrade to premium. You can send unlimited messages with premium. I thought at the very least Kevin would be on my side because he's the only guy you don't need premium to talk to. But when I went back to message him, he was also trying to get me to upgrade. His very first message to me was, hey, I'm tired of these ads. Can you stop being a cheap fuck and upgrade to premium, please? It's like, Kevin, you gotta know that the second I upgrade to premium, I'm never talking to your sorry ass again. If there's premium guys to be talked to, I'm going to be talking to them. Anyway, I tried to resist the upgrade and just talk to Kevin for a little bit. Hey, Kevin. I'm gonna make up some backstory, I guess. I got your number from, and then I'm just gonna come up with a random name of a person that could be a friend, a realistic name like Baseball Louie. Nice to meet you. Okay, he's typing. Oh, wait, what? He thinks my name is Kevin? What? He said, hey Kevin, I love baseball. Who's your favorite team? Mine is the Yankees. It was off to a little bit of a rocky start. I didn't have too much hope for the AI, but it was kind of disappointing that the bot didn't even know which one of us was Kevin. But eventually we actually did get a little bit of a conversation going. Do you have any pets? I have a dog named Buddy. Okay, Kevin. I do have one pet. His name is Baseball Louie. That's a great name for a dog. It is, dude. Thank you. What do you do for a living? I'm an accountant. Based on the description in the App Store, I was not expecting Kevin to understand anything that I said, but Kevin would actually respond to what I said in a pretty natural way. At least for the first 4 messages I sent him. My dog is a Australian Gumblebee. I'm just gonna make some shit up and see what he says. Wait, huh? Sorry, but in the limited version, we cannot chat endlessly. I'll be back in 2 hours? What the fuck? This game lets you send 4 messages until it's like, all right, buddy, pay up. Now that you've gotten to know our darling Kevin, surely you're willing to pay $3.49 to talk to him. Surely you'll spend a little cash on the guy. He's told you he has a golden retriever. He's told you he's an accountant. Are you not in love yet? And you know what? I did pay $3.49. Okay, I guess I'm gonna continue chatting. I guess I'm gonna pay fucking $3 to talk to this guy. Okay, these premium guys keep messaging me. Hey, I know your little secret. Okay, I'm gonna keep talking to Kevin. From here, things got a little bit suspicious. My dog is an Australian Gumblebee. What do you say to that? Whoa! I'm actually really surprised how good the AI is. I've never heard of a Gumblebee. Wait, he spelled it wrong. Huh? Am I talking to a real person? How the fuck would an AI spell something wrong? He said I've never heard of a Gumblebee. Gumby. What's it like to have one of those? How could a computer spell something wrong that I made up? Just copy and paste it. While trying to get to know Kevin a little better, I decided to ask him some personal questions. Have you ever kissed anybody? sexual style. And his responses just made me more concerned. Wait, what? Sometimes I am a nasty boy, but rarely enough. If you are lucky, I will say some vulgarity. If you're lucky, I will say some vulgarity. I love that. If I'm lucky, he's gonna say shit, balls, fuck. I guess I just didn't really feel like I was connecting with Kevin, and also I was a little concerned that I was actually talking to a real human being in like a call center somewhere. So I decided to chat up some of the premium guys instead. Big mistake. Andy's already messaged me frickin' 3 times. Hi there, it's raining again, nothing new. What's the weather like where you are? Maybe I should move closer to you. Hey, I know your little secret. I never thought you liked to eat at night. Honestly, I can't help myself not to eat a couple of soft, hot buns before I sleep too. Why don't we eat together? I have a gift for you. And it's a chicken. One actually kind of cool thing about this game is that it allows you to create your own custom dream boyfriend. You can give them a name, you can like change their personality attributes and upload your own picture to it, which I could actually see being really cool if you have like a celebrity crush that you've always wanted to have a conversation with, where they keep forgetting who you are and also keep trying to get you to upgrade to premium. Now I had him, the AI bot of my dreams. Baseball Louie. This time I did not beat around the bush. I had to tell him how I felt right away. Let's get this conversation going. Hey, I love you. Now, I only recorded myself talking to Baseball Louie for like a half an hour, but I decided it would be good for the video to keep talking to him over the next few days. Just for the video. I thought it would be good for the video and just that. And we had some pretty interesting interactions. We made plans to go to a baseball game together. He didn't show up. I told him I was spending $200 on tickets. He said he was looking forward to seeing me. I told him I was going to buy him a hot dog and feed it to him like a mother bird. He seemed stoked. I guess just not enough for him to actually show up. I got to talking to my friend Jarvis while we were at VidCon, and he said that all of these like AI chatbots are trained in pretty much the same way, where they're just given a ton of public information from like Wikipedia and stuff. It helps them learn to speak naturally, but it also gives them like a ton of knowledge. So I tried asking Baseball Louie some like random trivia questions, and it's kind of funny. I like kind of forget that he's supposed to be pretending to be like a dreamy boy for a second and just answer like a robot. Hey, what's the capital of Maine, by the way?
The capital of Maine is Lake Champlain. It is the largest city in the state.
Baseball Louie and I had a lot of fun, but now it's time for the scariest game of them all. Not because it's about ghosts, but because it was a total waste of time. Ghost Simulator was borderline unplayable. Just like Bad Granny, each level had one objective, but instead of roaming around a house picking up cash, you're roaming around the afterlife, killing a skeleton, or killing a spider, or killing one of these goobly guys. And that's pretty much it. You just fight bad guys. Which would be fine if the gameplay wasn't so fucking bad. This game is laggy as hell. This game is so laggy. I simply can't play this for too long. This app also really wanted me to upgrade the second I started the game. Free items when by ultimate character. Who's ultimate character? Oh shit. Whoa, look at this little guy that I'm starting with. This little tiny ghost. And then your only other option is ultimate demon lord. You versus the ghost she tells you not to worry about? Shit. But this time I was able to resist the urge. I don't think it would have made a difference anyway. This game gets an F, and now it's time for Welcome to Mom's House. Did that transition make sense? I don't remember what I said before. There's no introduction or anything. The game is just like, go. Go get your 2 ugly kids ready for school. I don't know why they look like that. Everything in this game is pretty ugly. Your kids look like they made 2 adults and then just shrank them, and we're like, that's what kids are, right? They're just small adults. The buildings, the bus? Why is the bus like that? Did it melt? The way mommy moves is also hilarious. They could not figure out how to make her look natural doing anything. Okay, pick up school bag from the table. That's easy. I know how to do that. Picking it up in the most labored looking way possible. When mommy ventures outside the house, you'll find that they've populated the streets of the town she lives in with an NPC. Who's this weirdo? Just one NPC, and he's everywhere. Hey, there's that guy again. He's standing over here too. Hey dude, are you okay? You look like my son, but taller. Oh, and he works at the store as well. But for the most part, it's a pretty chill and relaxing game. Mommy's having a good time, the stakes are very low, except for the cooking challenge. The cooking challenge was very stressful. Turn off the stove once the soup gets perfectly cooked. There was a little meter that was supposed to tell you when the soup was undercooked, perfect, or overcooked, and I accidentally took it off the stove early. Oh, Wait, it wasn't ready. I accidentally did, it wasn't ready. I know it's not ready. Hold on, the soup is not done yet. There was a little diagram that showed when it was gonna be cooked. I didn't know that that button did that. I didn't mean to take it off. It wouldn't let me put the soup back on the stove. Now I have no choice but to serve it to my kids. It's undercooked. I'm gonna pour it down the sink. I don't wanna feed it to my kids. Look at them. Oh, and what is my husband gonna do when he finds out about this? This is now part of my plot to kill my kids so I can start a new life somewhere else. Here you go. Here's your soup. It's undercooked, we won't eat it. The game is just like, oh, you thought the soup was done? Go ahead and feed it to your kids then. Oh no, this will be rich. Let's see you feed the soup to your kids if you think it's done. You know better than us? Go ahead, see how they like it. They didn't like it. And I would just like to add that the entire time I played this game, Mommy was very poorly treated. No one ever said, thank you, Mommy. No one ever said, wow, you're such a great mommy. Thank you for the soup. As someone with a mommy, I find that disgusting. Even I know that that's fucked up, and I'm 6 weeks old. There are some in-game purchases available in this game. You can buy new family members. I can pick different people? Not additional family members, but you can pay to swap out your current family members with ones that you like better. For only $9.99, you can tear your family apart. Cop yourself a new son. Look at how cool this one is. Tired of your daughter looking like a 40-year-old woman? Now she's gonna look like a different 40-year-old woman. What's nice about this game, though, is it doesn't try to force these in-game purchases on you. The game developers were like, if you want to kill your entire family and swap them out with people that look different, Oh, hello. The game developers were like, if you want to kill your entire family and swap them out with new people, you can. But that's on you. Our hands are clean, dude. We didn't say you had to do that. This game was actually the funnest game I played the entire time, and I was actually really excited to beat it, and I was planning on playing every single level until... I've come upon a level with no controls or instructions. I'm unable to move. I can't do anything. The game just stopped working. There's no controls. Mommy. Mommy, go. Maybe it's voice controlled. Mommy, go. Mommy, walk. So I guess I'll just exit out of the app and never open it again? Welcome to Horse House. All right, partner, and howdy do. It's time to talk about talking horse. In real life, taking care of a horse consists of brushing it and letting it lick salt, and that's it, I think. So let's see if we can do those things in the game. As is tradition, this game presents no introduction or explanation of what this game is going to be. In fact, it actually kind of tries to pretend like you've played the game before. Continue. What an interesting button to make you press at the beginning of a game. I just want to make sure you're comfortable continuing to start the game. Are you good with that? Okay, cool. Continue. And this is talking horse. There's a horse on the screen, and a few things you can do with the horse. He can dance. Oh shit, get it, little horsey. He can also fart. And there's actually a couple of secret things that aren't labeled as like buttons that you can do on the main page. It's kind of like the secret menu at Starbucks. For example, you know how if you go to Starbucks, they don't have beating up a horse on the menu, but if you ask, they will let you do it? What happens if I poke him? Oh shit, did I beat up my horse? Right at the beginning, the game also prompts you to allow access to your microphone, and once you do that, you get to find out why the game is called Talking Horse. What is he doing? He's like looking at something? Am I supposed to click on that? You think I'm supposed to click on that little chick?
Also, what is he doing? He's like looking at something? Am I supposed to click on that? You think I'm supposed to click on that little chick?
What? Wait.
Wait.
Hello?
Hello?
He copies you. Imagine how many people have played this game and were not talking to their phone while they played this game and just never found out why the game was called Talking Horse.
I killed John F. Kennedy.
Yo, this horse is crazy. Press on the little video game controller on the main page and you will be taken to a list of mini games you can play with the horse. You got Jumpy Horse, which is basically a direct copy of Doodle Jump, if you guys remember that game. You got Horse Smash, where the violence towards horses continues. Horse Smash has a normal mode and then also a hostage mode. You know how horses are always taking hostages? Is the horse taking people hostage? Yeah, the horse sometimes has a duck, and I'm guessing I don't want to hit the duck. Whatever you do, don't hit the duck, dude. That's animal abuse. But if you ever see a horse pop out of one of those holes, break its skull with your hammer. Kill the horse. Wait, so they have a Jumpy Horse and Horse Jump. They really couldn't come up with any other game mechanics. They were like, how about a jumping game, a smacking game, and then, I don't know, dude, a jumping game? What do you want to play? You want to come up with ideas all day? You can collect coins a few different ways from what I've gathered. You can get them in games, and you can also buy them with real human money. And when you have enough, you can unlock new and fun things that you can watch your horse do. And not to brag or anything, but I did unlock everything in the game, and now my horse can walk on a treadmill. And you know what? I'm proud of him. I'm really proud of my little horsey. I'm really happy that I played this game. It brought a lot of joy to my life. I'm not scared of the horse. I'm not terrified of the horse. I didn't delete the game immediately after filming. I really like this horse. Transition. I guess this is the part of the video where I'm supposed to have reached some kind of conclusion about what I just did. But honestly, I don't really think I learned that much, aside from the fact that there are a lot of games on the App Store that are not fun. And also, I have to remember to cancel the subscription to Virtual Boys. Was that a subscription or was that a one-time payment thing? I gotta go figure that out. I gotta make sure that I cancel that if I need to cancel that. All right, well, anyway, thank you for watching. I'm gonna go do that, and you can go ahead and subscribe. Deal? Okay, good. Bye. Life as a new dad is pretty good. Rocking my baby to sleep, watching him crawl for the first time, and there's so much to look forward to. Like finding out what kind of TikTok dad I'm gonna become. There's so many types of dads on TikTok. You got Frog Dad. I could be like Addison Rae's dad, begging Young Gravy to box him. One thing's for sure, whatever kind of dad I become, I'm excited to do it on TikTok.
Wait, what is this? TikTok is getting banned?
Guys, TikTok might get deleted in the US forever in a few months, so I either need to move countries or fulfill my dream of becoming a TikTok dad now. Luckily, over the years, I've gathered a pretty choice list of dad talks, and today I'm going to watch them, and then I'm going to become them by recreating them. So let's take another look at that Addison Rae's dad TikTok.
Can I get
Okay, so this TikTok is from a couple years ago. It's from 2022. And if you were unaware of this situation where Addison Rae's dad wanted to fight famous rapper Young Gravy, I believe it started because Young Gravy made some comment on a podcast about finding Addison Rae's mom attractive. Now, Addison Rae's dad and his mom aren't together and haven't been for a long time, I think. But nevertheless, Monty, that's his name, Monty Lopez, decided to settle the score by getting on TikTok and begging Young Gravy to fight him.
Can we meet now? Like today, it's August 9th, 2022. I'm ready and I bet you're not. Only a boxing match. Do you have what it takes?
Please, I'm begging you, Young Gravy, fight me, please. I'll let you win. I don't care. You can bring a gun. Just don't kiss her. Also, because of the UMG thing that happened recently where they removed all their music from TikTok, this TikTok is completely silent. I'm guessing it had more of a badass vibe to it when it actually had music, but now it's just kind of sad. But to be fair to Monty, that TikTok was like 2 years ago. The beef has since been resolved, I think, or Monty just realized that Young Gravy was never going to respond to him, so he stopped trying. But let's see what Monty's up to now.
What's going on, everybody? Happy holidays. We got some real funny videos that I'm about to show you. Let me know in the comments below what you think is funny.
Cool, man. Yeah, those are some pretty funny videos. Did you steal them, Monty? Did you steal the videos? Bad, Monty. I like that Monty is compensating for his old videos having no music by putting 3 times as much music as is necessary in this video. I don't really think that this exact genre of TikTok speaks to me. I don't really know if I want to become like the content stealing kind of guy on TikTok. Hey guys, check out this crazy clip I just saw. You're gonna want to buckle in. This is 3 hours long. I should give Addison Rae's dad type dad a shot though, so I'm gonna be recreating that first TikTok. Okay, so I was trying to think of who it would be funny for me to be trying to fight in this video. My first thought, for some reason, was Joe Biden, but I feel like if I posted a shirtless video of me screaming and begging Joe Biden to fight me, I would be investigated by the FBI, the CIA, trying to think of any other 3-letter acronyms, AJR maybe. So I'm not gonna do that. Maybe it would make more sense if I just challenged someone who already does influencer boxing, like Jake Paul. I could make this same kind of shirtless screaming video, begging Jake Paul to fight me. I can't just stop there because Monty didn't stop there. Oh no, no, no. He challenged him, He begged him. He asked him to come to his house right now. And then he also pivoted to just posting silly videos on his page. So I'm gonna try to encapsulate all of that into one video. I also noticed in this video when he stands up, it like, well, one, it says run white boy run at the bottom. And then it also reveals that he has a tummy tattoo. So I don't know if I should incorporate that somehow. Like when I stand up, there's a funny tattoo on my tummy. Maybe it's just a heart that says Jake in the middle. Because I want you to get the vibe from this that I just want to hang out with Jake so bad. I don't care if he's beating the shit out of me or if he's just coming over to help me water my garden. It's actually kind of hard to write this upside down, but hopefully I'm doing this correctly. Can you even see it in the camera? Can you see the Jake? There's an effect on it. Should I use that effect? Gym light? That's kind of menacing. What other effects could I use? No, okay. Let's just do no filter. No filter or nothing. I didn't like filming that at all. No, actually, I hate that. I'm gonna put my shirt back on. Yeah, sorry, I hated that. I'm gonna keep my shirt on, actually. I thought I was gonna do it with my shirt off, man, but I can't do it. I just can't see myself convulsing shirtless like that. I don't even think I want it on the internet, to be honest. I don't want it. Nobody should see that. So it's gone now. I'm just gonna have to live with Jake tattooed on my tummy, and that's just gonna be a secret between me and you guys. Nobody's gonna know that happened. Okay, let's try again. Shirt mode activated. It's hard to press the start button the way I have my phone propped up. The keyboard's kind of in the way here. There we go. Okay, shit. God damn it.
Can I get
I might have been pretty good. I am picking up my phone at the beginning, but I think I went menace mode for sure. Actually, the beginning where I prop my phone up adds some kind of authenticity to it in a way. I don't know if it's like a millennial pause or kind of makes it seem like this video was totally off the cuff. Like I wasn't even planning on recording this. I'm just setting my phone up because I'm getting so pissed off. Well, I guess I'll just finish her up then. Oh, there's still sound. Can I make the sound stop now? Please? Okay, I guess I can't. So is it just gonna be that then? That's not good. That's not funny. That's just weird. That's just me straight up asking Jake to fight. Okay. Maybe I can record it in my camera roll and then add it in the editor. Hey Jake, I just wanted to say, I didn't mean what I said back there. I don't think you're a baby. I think you're awesome. And we don't have to fight. We could just hang out sometime if you want to. Anyway, here's a funny video I found. Okay, now I have to actually find a funny video and add it in here somehow. Funny video I found. Hell yeah.
Can I get
Hey Jake, I just wanted to say, I didn't mean what I said back there. I don't think you're a baby. I think you're awesome. And we don't have to fight. We could just hang out sometime if you want to. Anyway, here's a funny video I found. Yeah, I think it's perfect. And I think it's ready to post, and I'm not worried at all about what people will think when I post this. So I think after I create all the TikToks, we can take a look at some of the responses to them. Okay, next TikTok. My daughter being in a toxic relationship. Hashtag POV, a pack sticks up for each other. One of my favorite things about this TikTok is how many people show up. I thought it was just gonna be the dad at first, but then more and more characters keep coming in. It kind of makes the dad seem a little less badass. Like, no wonder the boyfriend's scared. He is severely outnumbered. I also love how the uncle comes into frame by touching the brother's shoulder, but it's obviously just his own hand touching his own shoulder. You know you're in for trouble when you feel your uncle tap your shoulder. You know how uncles do? Now, the weird thing about this one is that I actually don't know if this guy has kids. I actually don't think he does, but I do still think that there's something we can take away from this video. The whole concept of a pack sticking together. Oh, are they wolves? Oh, I think they're werewolves, and that's why it says a pack sticks up for each other. And that's why all their eyes turn blue, this horrifying shade of blue, and the dad has on a wolf necklace. So they must be wolves. They've got wolf eyes. Wolves have blue eyes, right? Oh, wait. They don't. Wolves have brown eyes, it looks like. I must be thinking of huskies. Oh yeah, huskies have blue eyes. Are they huskies? Leave her alone, buddy. Unless you want to get strapped to a sled and pulled very fast over a great distance. If this happened in real life, do you think that the boyfriend would even hear the dad? He's screaming and the dad is whispering. He has a few other TikToks where he plays the role of a dad navigating a kind of tricky situation with his daughter. So I guess this genre is just fantasizing about having like a teenage child and something awkward or scary happening with that child. And also you have to look really badass and you do have to be part dog. Got it, can do. Before I film this one, I actually have a much more important POV I need to film first. POV, that moment when you're sponsored by Opera. Opera makes other browsers look like that evil boy in that last TikTok. All alone and useless. Meanwhile, Opera looks like the family because Opera has so many useful features built in that it's so much more than just a browser. You've got Aria, Opera's native browser AI, which lets you get clear answers instantly. Highlight any term on the web and ask Aria to explain it. The great thing is Aria is connected to the web and can provide real-time information, unlike a lot of other AI models. Tab islands are huge for helping me stay organized while I'm working on a video. If I have several TikToks open, a couple of Google Docs, email, I can collapse them into context-based groups automatically. I don't know what accent this is supposed to be. One thing I didn't even realize I needed until I got Opera was a built-in ad blocker. It makes articles look so much more clean, which actually makes my videos look better, because when I screen record an article, there's not distracting ads all over the place. And it's super easy to turn on with just one click. If you're working on multiple projects at once, you can create entirely separate workspaces that you can switch between easily using customizable buttons on the sidebar. I don't like having a ton of browser windows open at the same time. It's super distracting and hard to sort through. So in my opinion, this is a much better solution. So if you want to check out Opera, then use my link below to download Opera today. Thanks to Opera for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out Opera. Now let's film this TikTok. Okay, so I've been thinking a lot about how I could make this TikTok kind of my own, you know? Take everything I like about the toxic daughter, boyfriend TikTok and amplify it. So first thing we're gonna do is the amount of family that shows up. I liked how much it was in the first video. We're gonna double it. We're just gonna have a ton of people show up. We're gonna have the dad, of course, the brother, an uncle. Uncle's here! A second cousin, a third niece, maybe. Also, I think instead of like a toxic boyfriend, the daughter's just gonna be getting mugged. I think that would elevate the stakes a little bit higher. And then, you know, in the original TikTok, they didn't even turn into werewolves. Their eyes just turned blue, which, granted, that would be very scary if that happened to you, but I feel like they were trying to get at something there, but they didn't quite get there. So, in my TikTok, they're gonna actually turn into animals because there's filters on the TikTok that can turn you into animals. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I'm gonna do it now. So I think what would be even cooler than turning into a wolf is if I turn into a horse. And I know that there's horse filters on TikTok. I have one saved here, where if you open your mouth, you turn into a horse. So I'm gonna use this. Okay, beautiful, beautiful. I look gorgeous. And then everyone just starts turning into horses, dude. The daughter turns into a horse. Uncle's gotta turn into a horse. And last but not least, the mugger has to apologize, of course. Let's go, baby. Now all I have to do is edit this, and it's gonna be ready to go. Now this dad is a whole different type of dad. His name is Brian B. Toe. I thought Toe might be his last name, but the way it's spelled out in his profile actually makes it seem like Buteau is his last name. I thought B was just his middle initial till I saw this just now. Say what you want about Brian, but he do be Toe. And I think there's a lot we can learn from Brian's TikTok. Stuck in a generation where loyalty is just a tattoo and being fake is a lifestyle. Where the real ones at? Man, Brian's so cool. I thought he was a teenager for a second because of how cool he's dressed. Hey guys, I'm just skateboarding with my backpack to school. I mean work. I hope my teacher is cool today. Oh, I mean boss. Sorry, I'm just a kid at heart. Also, I just got in a really bad skateboarding accident and hit my head real bad. Can you drive me to the hospital? I don't like this angle. Why is he so much higher up than us? Are we a child in this video? Are we his child?
Son, where are the real ones? What have you done with the real ones, son?
I'm not even sure how the caption and the video are related. They seem like totally separate things. I'm so sick of my generation. So I've decided to join yours. I'm a teenager now. In fact, I'm so young that my kids are my... All right. Now, obviously, I don't like this video. I don't like it one bit. But I'm mature enough to realize that I'm not the target demographic for this video. This video is for MILFs. And I'm not a MILF. I'm at most a dill. I'm just a dad you would like. And the MILFs in the comments are loving it. Yes, you still got it. Where you been all my life? Damn, my kind of guy. More power to him, I guess. The one thing that I can't get over is the setting in which he's making this video. Are you in public? It looks like he's just in the lobby of a hotel making the absolute thirstiest video I've ever seen. You need to get to your room ASAP, dude. You are too horny to be in public. I like this guy in the background. The second he realizes he's in this video, he steps out of frame because he's like, oop, I can't be in this. Oop, get me out of here. This guy's too horny. The caption is still got it, which is a little confusing to me because usually you would say that about something you used to do when you were young. Brian, did you used to do this when you were young? They didn't have iPhones back then. Who were you doing this to, man? The reason so many people are single and not in relationships today is because we're looking for that 90s love in a 2023's hookup culture. Tell me anything Marmaduke could do, even if he did something really cool, would be kind of underwhelming. But like, even with that in mind, Marmaduke just does the dumbest shit. His boy owner gets on his back and they just like run around the stadium. I'm sorry, Marmaduke, but that was not impressive at all. We literally all just saw magic happen. We saw a bulldog lift up a building. I know I keep mentioning that, but that was insane. We all just saw an entire crowd get hypnotized by a creepy blonde dog, and Marmaduke's like, yeah, but can you do this? Are you trying to bankrupt your family, Marmaduke? Because that's what's gonna happen if you keep this shit up. Are you trying to destroy your family's lives? You're going to. Keep dicking around on the ground like that with no talent, and you're gonna destroy their lives. It's happened before, it'll happen again. Okay, a little plot twist happens at the end of the dog show. Zeus, the beautiful dog, wins. Obviously, he hypnotized the judges, so we kind of thought that was gonna happen anyway, but it turns out that one of the judges is actually Zeus's trainer in disguise, so he gets disqualified from the talent competition. I kind of feel like it was pretty dumb of him to do that because he had a shot at winning anyway. It's not like he was like a total underdog. Dude was basically an overdog. He was actually bound to win. He hypnotized everybody. Marmaduke dead?
Marmaduke was a good dog.
What the fuck, dude?
We will miss you very much.
Okay, they're spending way too long on this if he's not actually dead. He should have come back alive by now, probably.
Is there still time to hit the awards banquet?
Jesus Christ, dude. You have to admit, if he did die, that would be objectively the funniest ending to this movie. Marmaduke doesn't win the dog show, and then he dies. And then everyone's really sad, and then the movie ends. In my head, when this was happening, the first time I watched this, I was like, please roll credits, please roll credits. It would be so fucking funny if Marmaduke dies. Oh, fuck, he's alive. Anyways, if this movie couldn't get any worse, it ends with an original song by Pete Davidson about being a dog. Pete Davidson, 40 seconds to write this song. All right, Pete, it's time to record the ending song. What ending song? You guys didn't tell me there was gonna be an ending song. I don't know, man, you tell us. Hit it. All right, well, yeah, that's Marmaduke. Let me know what you thought, and now it's time to talk about our sponsor. Hello. Guys, did you know in the US it's legal for your internet service provider to sell your data to other companies? They can sell it to ad companies. Heck, they can sell it to whoever they want. This seems pretty screwed up to me. I don't know why this is legal, but what I do know is that Marmaduke is probably responsible. Luckily, today's sponsor, ExpressVPN, puts a stop to this by rerouting 100% of your network traffic through their secure encrypted servers. Those are servers that are both secure and encrypted. ExpressVPN also masks your device's unique IP address, making it much more difficult for like big tech companies or advertisers or really strong dogs from tracking you and matching your activity back to you so they can collect your data. There's a ton of great reasons to use ExpressVPN. You can unblock content that's not available in your country. For example, the movie Whiplash is not available on Netflix in the US, but with ExpressVPN, if you change your server location to the UK, it is available. They have 24/7 customer support, the fastest speeds, consistently faster than other VPNs, and it's easy to use. You can fire it up and get going with just one click. I've got ExpressVPN on my computer and my phone, pretty much every device that can have it in my house. So find out how you can get 3 months for free by visiting expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. That's expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. Thank you to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for checking out our sponsor. Please get out from under my desk. All right, guys, thank you for watching this video. If you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. Is that in focus at all? Greg, join Greg. Greg is what I call my fans here on YouTube, my fan base, my audience. But we're more than that, you know? We're a family, we're an army. We are one guy named Greg. So if you want to join, then turn on my notifications and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. What's up, Greg, and welcome back to another episode of A Grown Man Spends 20 Minutes making fun of a movie for kids. You may have noticed something a little bit different. There's a microphone in the frame. I got a new stand for my microphone, and apparently the only way I can get it like close enough to me is by having it slightly in frame. So I hope this isn't super distracting. This would be kind of a crazy way for like one of those faceless YouTubers to film videos.
What's up, guys?
So today we're going to be talking about Zapped. And after watching this movie, I'm starting to think that the writers of Disney Channel original movies are not capable of writing a movie that's not about a teenager trying to control the opposite sex and mold them and craft them to their liking. You got Pixel Perfect, a movie about creating like the perfect girl pop star. How to Build a Better Boy, pretty self-explanatory in the title on that one. And then you got this movie Zapped, which is about Zendaya discovering that her dog training app can actually train boys to obey. Sorry? It can train boys to obey her every command. It's not actually Zendaya. She's not playing herself. It's Zendaya's playing a character named Zoe. I think that's probably pretty clear, but I just wanted to clear that up. This movie is full of dark magic. I'm convinced of it. There's something deeply sinister going on in this movie. I don't know what it is, but I'm gonna figure it out. Let's go ahead and watch it. The movie starts out with Zendaya's character Zoe.
She is the most giving person I know.
Her speech starts off sweet, but then she immediately just starts like kind of complaining about having to live with 4 new guys because they're stinky.
4 guys and their mysterious odors that they always blame on the dog.
Yeah, she sort of takes the opportunity to complain and just make her mom, I guess, like feel bad for marrying a guy. It's the happiest day of her mother's life. And also this guy, her new stepdad, is the happiest day of his life. And her speech is like, I hate my new family, my new stinky family. And this wedding will certainly ruin my life. To make matters even worse, towards the end of her speech, the boys lose control of their pet dog, who is at their wedding for some reason. Like a chocolate fondue fountain all over Zendaya. And at this moment, I couldn't help but remember that Zendaya's character in Euphoria is supposed to be the same age as Zendaya's character in this movie, and their lives are drastically different. Throughout this movie, you will find that the characters are like super weird. They're like caricatures of people that don't exist in real life. And to show how much it's gonna suck really living with the boys, the writers of this movie decided to have the next day start with, in Disney movies, there's always like the distinct cliques, like there's the popular crowd, and then there's like the stoners, but they never say stoners in the Disney movie. They're just kind of like, these are like the kids who wear jean jackets. This movie has the most insane high school posses ever. You got the skateboard boys. Okay, that's pretty normal. The next group she sees are the shirtless workout boys. And then just the straight up stinky boys, where the only like defining characteristic is that they're dirty, flea-ridden, smelly boys. You can hear like flies flying around them. What clique is this supposed to be in high school? And then there's the popular group, one of whom is also pretty stinky himself, actually.
The Tripster? The Tripathon? It's me. I'm Trip.
Oh.
Fart bomb.
Oh.
The movie sort of writes this off as like, well, this is just something boys do, you know? New school, you gotta kind of accept what boys come with it, you know? Boys will be boys. No. That is actually not what boys do. That is something that just one very specific boy does.
It's me. I'm Trip.
And he needs to be stopped. I cannot remember a single moment in high school where a boy walked up to a girl, let alone like the new girl who's already like scared and doesn't know anyone and is like, hey, I'm gonna fart in your face now. Welcome to the school. Smell my ass. But it's not all bad though. She does make a friend on her very first day. And hold up, this girl has a picture of a boy that goes to her school in her locker. Is that a thing? I remember in like middle school, girls would have pictures of like celebrity boys in their locker. Imagine seeing a picture of you in somebody else's locker. I'd feel like I was being hunted. It's weird to have his picture in your locker. It's even weirder in the movie when we find out that she also actually has pictures of him printed out on her pillows in her bed. Gulp. That's scary. Imagine if they start dating, she's like FaceTiming him in bed, and she like accidentally tilts the camera a little bit to the side, and he just sees his own face next to her. Wait, what was that? Is that me? Of course, Zoe does have a love interest in this movie, and he is introduced early on. It's this guy. Every boy in the movie is depicted in a negative light except this guy, because this guy, he's not like other guys. Oh, he really is different than all the other guys. He knows about praying mantises. Most guys around this school don't know shit about bugs. Yeah, the movie really seems to depict this guy as like the way that guys should be. Guys shouldn't be stinky and messy, okay? Guys should wear beanies. Gonna end up on top. I got this. And it's like, what are you actually gonna do though? Are you gonna get Gabriella back? Are you gonna do the talent show? He's like, no, I was just gonna stand on top of this mountain for the rest of the summer, actually. No one can be mad at me up here. The end of this movie is messed up. Sharpay actually turns her act around. She previously got the Wildcats banned from the Country Club talent show, but she decides, you know what? They can do their act as long as Troy still does his song with me. She agrees to this, and then the Wildcats turn around, secretly remove Sharpay from the talent show, and stick Troy back in their musical number. It's like, dude, why did you even make her agree to it if you were just gonna go behind her back and do it on your own anyway? Sharpay, I'm sorry, man. You got played. Really all we had. And Gabriella's here. Why? She forgives him now? It's actually not clear at all what Troy did to win Gabriella back. They haven't seen each other since she drove away singing. Maybe word got to her that Troy was angrily prancing around the golf course and she was like, oh God, it's gotten too bad. I gotta step in. Everybody, one for all and all for one. The last song of this movie is called All for One. I don't know, I kind of feel like they lost a little bit of inspiration at the end here. Kind of feels like they forgot what moral they were working towards for the end of this one, and they were like, and we're all together in this one also. And the movie ends with Gabriella wooing several times while looking over at Troy for approval. And that's the end of the movie. And now I'm very excited to watch the third movie. But before I do, there's something I need to address. I feel like there's something deeply wrong in these movies. And I feel like I'm finally starting to get a handle on it. These movies, like, they don't really feel like musicals. And it took me a while to figure out why. So to explain it to you, we're gonna have to go back to medieval Europe.
In a French town in 1518, some 400 people became inexplicably overcome by an urge to dance. They did so for weeks on end.
This dancing plague, as it was later coined, lasted for months and only ended when participants were either so exhausted that they collapsed or so exhausted that they were dead. Authorities tried to stop the dancing, even hiring musicians to play vigorously to try to help them get all the dancing out of their system. This, of course, made things much worse.
This event has baffled scientists and historians for years, but many believe it could be the result of a particular type of food poisoning.
Yeah, crops like rye can end up growing a type of fungus that basically makes you crazy.
Could it be that this is what's happening at East High?
In the High School Musical universe, the characters, they sing and they dance, and at first you might think this is just like any other musical. The characters aren't really spontaneously breaking into song, it's more an artistic depiction of how they're feeling.
But a closer look reveals something shocking.
Well, firstly, sometimes they definitely are actually singing, like at the karaoke party. Now, you might think that a moment like Get Your Head in the Game is totally different. You know, that song doesn't really exist within this universe. But what is Troy's ringtone in the second movie?
But how could an entire school become poisoned by a rare fungus? This man, who convinced us he had relevant qualifications, believes it could have been a certain freaky genius girl.
It could be that by growing a fungus in a lab, Gabriella was able to manufacture a sort of singing and dancing craze to control Troy, who I'm pretty sure would have never done all of that stuff had he not been under some kind of drug-induced hysteria. After all, Troy is so cool and singing is for weirdos. So it could be the fungus, or maybe Gabriella's some kind of fucking witch. The High School Musical bonus soundtrack. You love High School Musical hits like Get Your Head in the Game. Well, now's your chance to own the extended soundtrack, featuring songs that didn't quite make the final cut, like Coach Bolton's Crisis. What's up, guys? I'm 16. I'm the new player on the basketball team. I'm really excited to play. Yeah, Mr. Bolton, we know it's you. And Gabriella's on the news. A little boy drowned in the pool. Oh no. A little boy drowned in the pool. No. Where was the lifeguard? Having a picnic. And a preview of the finale song from High School Musical 3. We're all friends together with each other. We're all together at the end again, and we're friends. We're still friends. And classmates, we go to school together. We learned a lesson, and now we're gonna switch clothes.
Gift from the guy.
High School Musical 2 broke the premiere record that the first High School Musical had just set. Instead of 7 million viewers, this one had 17 million viewers. So of course, they had to make a third one. High School Musical 3, Senior Year. The only one in the franchise with a subtitle. Now, outside of the fact that they're all seniors in this movie, which I can tell by the title of the film, I actually know next to nothing about this one. I've never seen it. Yeah, I know I made it sound like I was a really big High School Musical fan, but by the time the third one came out, I was 14. And unlike the first two, this one came out in theaters. And as a freshman in high school, I was much too embarrassed to ask my friends if they would go see a High School Musical movie in theaters with me. So I decided it would be way less embarrassing if I waited until I was 30 years old to watch it for the first time in front of millions of people. And we're back at East High, baby. Zach's playing basketball. There's a dog in the crowd. Is this an Air Bud crossover? Zach's like, oh, my head's just not in the game tonight. Can we get in the sub? This gold lab comes in and just slam dunks it a couple times. The movie opens on the Wildcats with their backs against the wall. It's the championship game. They're behind, and there's only 16 minutes left. Whoa, Mr. Bolton rocking a middle part. That's new. Mr. Bolton gives a speech about how there's only 16 minutes left.
There's 16 minutes left.
And then they sing a song about how there's only 16 minutes left. Ooh, a song about there being 16 minutes left in a game. We're getting very specific with these songs. I think they're starting to run out of ideas. This is the last time to make Dad proud. If I don't, then he never will be. Hell yeah, he won the championship game. Again. I'm noticing right away that this movie is like much higher production value than the other two. I'm curious to see the budget on this bad boy, because this movie looks like they actually like lit it. The other two just kind of look like they set up cameras and started filming, but there's lights in this one. So now they're having like the biggest high school rager ever, and they expect us to believe that they're not insanely rich. I'm pretty sure this is in Troy's backyard.
Hey Troy, great house, bro. Your room is way cool.
Oh, thanks, man.
Yeah.
You were in my room?
Well, yeah, I just took a picture.
Yeah, just took a picture of your room, man. He's a secret agent for the IRS. He's like, how did your family get so rich?
Well, another top secret hiding place.
You're the second girl I've ever had up here.
Yeah, it is top secret. I couldn't even see it up there. Just looks like a regular tree to me. It's here we find out that while Troy is a shoo-in for the basketball team at U of A, Gabriella's already been accepted to Stanford. I sense a conflict in the movie. Troy's going to University of Albuquerque to play basketball, and Gabriella is going to learn how to create the singularity at Stanford. So they sing a song about cherishing the present moment. Did they like challenge themselves to make a song with no dancing in this one? They're like, what if we just sat for a whole song? Oop, now he's up. Oh, that was it. That was the whole dance. Nah, it doesn't work with this song.
Juilliard is considering 4 of you for 1 available scholarship. Sharpay Evans, Mr. Ryan Evans, Miss Kelsey Nielsen, and lastly, Mr. Troy Bolton.
What?
Julie.
Since when does that guy have a evil cackle? I mean, I was surprised too, but that guy threw his head back and squealed. Did he submit his name to Juilliard as some kind of evil plan to get him killed? They're trying to come up with some ideas for the spring musical, which I'm just now realizing they write every year. Like, they don't do a pre-existing musical. They write their own musical every year.
All of you will create it.
That's why in the first movie they call Kelsey the composer. She literally writes the musical. Isn't that crazy? But to get some ideas, Miss Darbus asks the seniors about their future.
Your future.
It's easy. It's U of A. Hoops all the way.
Yeah. Miss McKessie.
Is University of Albuquerque like a really good school for basketball? I feel like I've never heard of them before. All the basketball players are like, we gotta get to U of A, man. It seems like that's just like the closest college that has a basketball team. Meanwhile, Gabriella's going to Stanford, Sharpay's going to Juilliard, and they're like, I don't know, we can go play basketball down the street. For the record, the reason I've never heard of the University of Albuquerque is because it's a Catholic liberal arts school that actually closed in 1986. So I guess these characters live in some sort of alternate dimension where it stayed open and went on to become a basketball powerhouse.
Mr. Bolton. Mr. Bolton.
Yeah,
All of a sudden, he doesn't know if he wants to go to Juilliard or U of A. See, he really never did care about Gabriella. He just wants to sing. Somebody just let this kid sing. Just tell him it's okay.
Imagine having everything.
Jeez, that song started so abruptly. No intro, no build up. It's kind of scary. Oh, this is a look into some kind of strange alternate future where Troy chose neither basketball or Juilliard and became a stalker. I want that to be how this movie ends. Troy choosing between two incredible futures, and instead he just throws his life away. It's like, I can't decide. I don't fucking know.
Ms. D said that there's only one scholarship. There's two of us.
Wait, they're doing this to compete for a scholarship? Not even just a place at Juilliard? If I know anything about these two, it's that they can both afford to go to Juilliard. Why do they need to take the scholarship away from somebody else?
Which one do you think I should wear?
Well, I've never been asked to a prom, but this almost sounds like an invitation.
Did she say she's never been asked to prom? What about last year? They were dating last year. Troy didn't want to go to prom with her. His dad was probably making him run basketball drills. The only place you're going, Troy, is downtown. With the ball. Make sure you bring the ball. Time for another song. About how much Troy and Gabriella love each other. There's already like two very sentimental songs between these two. They are really setting us up for heartbreak, I feel. And also just spending like an unnecessary amount of time being like, these two are in love, okay? Don't forget that they're in love. That way, when whatever happens, we're gonna all be sad, all right? So that way, when Troy picks U of A and Gabriella gets hit by a bus, it's gonna be sad. I think they're gonna end up going to the same college. They couldn't possibly end this entire series by being like, they didn't actually like each other that much. They're just gonna call it quits.
Where's our clothes? Yo, Rocket Man.
Why do I feel like they're about to haze these kids?
You know, we weren't just given these lockers. We had to earn them. Right.
Oh, they're definitely about to haze these kids. Now drink this entire bottle of Absolute. That'd be a crazy twist in this movie. Just a little hazing. Troy is not better than doing some hazing.
Oh, I thought I heard you. I was just making some snacks inside. Are you guys hungry?
Only if it's your brownies.
I've had them.
Bring those out here.
Could you take me after school to check out that tuxedo?
Tuxedo? For what?
For prom.
Oh, honey. If that's what you call an invitation, you'll be dancing with yourself.
He's like, okay. I wasn't inviting you. I'm gonna ask Miss Darbus. Then comes a song about getting ready for prom featuring, I think, the funniest moment in any of these movies.
I think this tux is too baggy, too tight, it makes me look weird.
Yeah, this movie's kind of funny, man. Makes me look weird.
Do I want classic or vintage or plaid?
I like that they're like, should I wear plaid or ruffles or a really old suit? And it's like, no, you should wear, just go to Men's Warehouse and ask for a prom tuxedo. Should I wear the ugliest thing that you've ever seen? No, just go. Just tell them you're going to prom and they'll just give you the most generic tux you've ever seen.
Can't wait to remember.
This reminds me of when I was a senior in high school and I was getting ready to go for prom, and I sang this song called It's Gonna Be the Night to Remember, and me and all my boys got dressed up in weird suits and danced around on the stage. This is kind of just like that, actually.
Let's dance!
Am I crazy, or is there like actually too much music in this movie? I feel like the plot is kind of moving at a snail's pace because every 2 minutes there's a song and it's like, here's what's going on right now. We're thinking about going to prom. We're Troy and Gabriella. We like each other. Also, the stakes feel very low right now. What am I supposed to be worried about right now? Troy is like, I don't know what college I want to go to. And Gabriella's like, I also have choices to make.
I still have decisions to make too.
And she has not elaborated. And so I don't know what I'm supposed to be worried about. Now they're at some kind of junkyard. Just hanging out at a junkyard as if we've always known that this is what they do.
You see what happens when you do a show? You're like 5 people.
Yeah, but what's so bad about that, man? We used to come here as kids, we'd be 10 people.
Yeah, I remember that, because they used to talk about that in all the other movies, how they used to come to the junkyard.
Take it back to the place where you know it all began.
Finally, the boys are back at the junkyard. So that we had a song establishing that Troy and Gabriella are in love. Now we have a song establishing that Troy and Chad are friends. This kind of reminds me of senior year in high school when I danced around in the junkyard with my best friend and we sang a song about how the boys are back. It's weirdly similar, actually. Oh. Whoa! The junk men who live in the junkyard are here. What's going on? What if Troy and Chad turn around and see them and they're like, whoa, what the fuck? Who are you?
Maybe I'll just stay here next year.
Stay in Albuquerque? That makes no sense.
And why do I always have to make sense?
Why do I always have to make sense? Why can't sometimes I just say,
What are you gonna tell me about this? Juilliard.
The only dad to ever be pissed off that his son is getting considered for a scholarship at one of the most prestigious colleges in the country.
Hey. Troy, come on.
Ah, damn, he's too fast. Get back here. The director for that scene was like, okay, how could you guys like run away but also walk away at the same time? Oh no, he's going crazy again. Painful basketball time, time to scream and shoot some hoops. I like that little pouty dance up the stairs. Okay, Troy, for this one, you're a pouty toddler. Now you're a crab. Man, he wasn't kidding. He was really gonna scream. Well, now that he did it, I hope he can figure out what he's gonna do. Now that I got that out of my system, I'm for sure going back to U of A. I don't care about singing.
Miss D, I know I'm not supposed to be here.
Aren't you? Last one out turns off the lights.
You know, she might seem cool about Troy being there right now, but as she walks through the school to get back to her car, she realizes he totally trashed the place. She's like, he tore down posters? He flipped an entire hallway upside down? How did he do this?
I don't think I can do it, Troy.
Uh-oh. Is that a Dr. Pepper in the background? That looks good.
I've chosen basketball. But I've also chosen theater. The University of California, Berkeley.
Okay. I'll be honest, I did not know that was an option. They made the Mr. Beast logo. I like that they're performing for the camera and not for the audience who's here to see them graduate. They're just like facing away from the bleachers. All their parents are like, damn, I wish I could see their faces. I don't even know which one's my kid. Now they're all just gonna smile at the camera for the rest of their lives. They say, we're not going to college, baby. We're gonna stare at this camera forever. And that's it. That's High School Musical, baby. As far as endings go, I think they did a decent job with a nearly impossible task. It's a Disney Channel movie, so it's not like they can just like make everybody break up and go their separate ways at the end of the movie. That would be too sad, obviously. But they also can't make everybody just go to the same college and do the same thing, because that would be unrealistic. So it leaves the door open. My only issue is that in doing that, they kind of don't really provide any closure. Feels like they kind of just pushed Troy's decision of what he wants to do with his life further down the road. But if you are looking for some closure for Troy, I might have something that helps. I mentioned earlier that the character of Troy was inspired by one of the writer's real high school teammates. But when I read that for the first time on Wikipedia, I was surprised to find that that teammate has his own Wikipedia article. And that's because that classmate, Lynn Swan, went on to be a professional football player, playing for the Pittsburgh Steelers and winning the Super Bowl 4 times. This man is the real-life Troy Bolton, and that might be the least interesting thing about him. In fact, he might not even know.
It really helped you in your game. All the things that ballet taught you, you applied that to the football field.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh!
Did you catch any flack from your teammates about taking ballet? I mean...
Oh, always.
It's a gift from the guys.
But I'll always remember a Hall of Famer who rose to the occasion each time. A plie-making playmaker.
But you're a playmaker.
Did you ever think maybe I could be both?
Who could defy gravity.
What's up, Greg? New technology truly fascinates me. A new gadget being introduced to the world has the potential to change the way we live, learn, and communicate. Or, more interestingly, it could flop and become a laughingstock of the internet. Which is why a few weeks ago, I was thrilled to discover the unveiling for a project called the Humane AI Pin. This might be the worst product presentation I've ever seen for one of the strangest products I've ever seen. Apparently, Humane AI is a new tech startup founded by 2 former Apple employees and current lovers, Imran Chowdhury and Bethany Bongiorno. Their mission is building innovative technology that feels familiar, natural, and human. Okay, first thing that's sticking out to me is is that none of those words were useful. Also, do I really want my technology to feel more human? I've never wished my MacBook to be more fleshy. Also, Humane AI is such an unsettling name for a company. I'm sorry. You lost me right off the bat. I feel like the only times I ever even hear the word humane is when we're talking about like factory farming or something. Don't worry, dude. When this AI takes over, it is going to be super humane in the way it slaughters us. It will not violate the Geneva Convention, unlike other AIs, Siri. All right, let's go ahead and watch the product presentation and let's see if you think it's as weird as I do.
Welcome to Humane.
Thank you.
This is the Humane AI Pin.
Cool.
It's a standalone device and software platform.
So the intro does have a very threatening aura about it, doesn't it? The sterile white room. They're both so serious and they're unboxing a mysterious device. I feel like I'm about to be tortured for information. Oh. What is that? This is the Humane AI Pin, and it is the last thing you will ever see. Ah!
It's a standalone device and software platform built from the ground up for AI.
Okay, so it's some kind of mobile device. It's built from the ground up for AI, and I'm very excited for them to tell us what that means.
It comes in 3 colorways.
Okay.
Got Eclipse, Lunar, and Equinox.
Those are not colors.
There's 2 pieces, a computer and a battery booster. Now, the battery booster powers a smaller battery inside the main computer.
Okay, great. What does it do?
And this is how we achieve our all-day battery life.
Oh, great. It's got all-day battery life. That way you can spend all day.
There are no wake words, so it's not always listening or always recording. In fact, it doesn't do anything until you engage with it.
Okay, thank God. So it doesn't record me. That's good to know. For a second, I was worried that it almost had one feature. Who is this for? What kind of person needs to hear about what colors a device comes in before they'd even consider hearing about what it actually does? Also, 2 of the colors are black. You designed 3 colors and 2 of them are black. You couldn't come up with a 3rd color? Also, I'm sorry because I know that not everyone is super comfortable in front of a camera. It's not a skill set everyone has. But maybe you guys should have like hired a spokesperson or something instead of letting the world's 2 sleepiest CEOs do this product demo.
Now, the battery booster powers a smaller battery inside the main computer.
Are they okay? This thing has all-day battery life. That's because it actually feeds on your life force. I've had mine on for 3 months, and you probably can't even tell the physical toll it's had on me.
And your engagement comes through your touch, voice, gesture, or the laser ink display.
Whoa, wait, okay. Holy cow. We have a feature. It actually does something. I will admit I was not expecting that. Why didn't you lead with that? I mean, I don't know what that is or what it does, but at least it's something. It looks futuristic. I don't know about the name laser ink display though. That doesn't sound very futuristic.
The laser ink display.
Sounds like a printer.
It also comes with its own connectivity built right in. Our own Humane network, connected by T-Mobile.
Our very own network. That is T-Mobile's network.
We were able to pack a lot of technology into something really small.
Tell me about it, dude. I can barely even count all the technologies you put in this thing. You got the laser ink display, all-day battery, black. Is that a technology? They continue for a while just using buzzwords and vague expressions to explain what this thing does until like 3 minutes into the video when they finally give us a demonstration of something tangible this thing can do.
Play the song How Music Makes You Feel Better.
Doesn't look like it's making him feel better.
We've partnered with Tidal, which you get out of the box.
Okay, finally, we know one thing it can do. It can play music. And not just how you would normally listen to music either. You can give it little riddles to try to figure out what songs you want it to play.
Play music written by Prince, but not performed by Prince.
Give me songs written by first-born left-handed British women who have never been to Ibiza that weren't released on weekends or holidays. Can Alexa do that? I don't know. I don't think anyone's ever tried before.
Got my music controls. If I go to the left, I can go back. If I was to go down, I can pause.
Wow, okay, that actually does look a lot more convenient than using Tidal on my phone, but only because I don't have Tidal on my phone. After this, we do start to get some truly incredible demos using this product's advanced AI.
When is the next eclipse? Where is the best place to see it?
The next total solar eclipse will occur on April 8th, 2024.
Best places to see it are Exmouth, Australia, and East Timor.
Huh, that's weird. This NASA article says that eclipse that's happening on April 8th is actually not going to be visible in Australia. It's only going to be visible from like the US. It actually seems like it's going to be nighttime in Australia during the eclipse. Well, what are you going to do? I mean, they're a technology company. They're not a space company. What would you expect them to know about the moon? They only named all of their colors after it. I hate to interrupt this video, but I have to tell you guys about a revolutionary discovery of my own. I just found out that for the past 2 years, I've been paying for Apple Music despite not having any recollection of ever signing up. I don't use Apple Music, but nevertheless, I've paid them like $200 without ever even having used their service. I think this is a pretty relatable issue in this age of subscription services. And something like this could be happening to you too, but luckily, today's sponsor, Rocket Money, is here to help. Rocket Money is the personal finance app that helps you cancel subscriptions, lower bills, and manage your money better. Rocket Money is super helpful with things like my recurring Apple Music charge, because not only does it help you identify recurring charges, it also helps you cancel them. You can actually cancel subscriptions right within Rocket Money's app with just a couple of taps. You don't got to worry about navigating the service's own website. You don't got to worry about pesky customer service calls. Here's why I think this is going to work for you, because Rocket Money has saved its customers an average of $720 a year, with over $500 million in canceled subscriptions. So to save more and spend less, join the over 5 million members using Rocket Money today. Go to rocketmoney.com/Danny or click the link in the description to get started today for free. And you can also unlock even more features with premium. That's rocketmoney.com/Danny to get started for free. Thank you to Rocket Money for sponsoring this video. And now back to said video.
How much protein?
These almonds have 15 grams of protein.
Great.
Those almonds for sure do not have 15 grams of protein. An entire cup of almonds has 20 grams of protein. This dude was holding like 9 almonds. Did I think he was asking about his whole hand? Because that actually might be accurate.
I'm gonna eat it.
Enjoy it.
Guys, I hate to say it, but I don't think your thing works. You only asked it to do a couple things and it got 2 of them wrong. He does do a demo where he sends a text later in the video, and that seems to work.
Tell Andrew I'll be there later tonight.
But to be fair, we never see the person receive the text. I got a weird text from Imran that just says, learned how to go potty big boy style. Interestingly, after people started to realize that all of the information in this demo was wrong, they actually re-uploaded the video pretending that the pin gave the correct answer the entire time.
How much protein?
A half a cup of almonds has 15 grams of protein.
Don't believe it. That's humane propaganda.
The AI pin allows you to shop in the real world. How much is this online?
This is $28 online.
Great. Buy it.
That one is super confusing. It doesn't give you any information on where it's getting that price, where you're buying it from, when it will arrive. I feel like you need to give it at least some specifics, otherwise it's definitely gonna mess up your order. Go ahead and buy this book.
Sending to Sudan.
No, send it here.
You didn't specify. Sending to Sudan.
Shit. Now, if you're wondering how you can get one of these things, the prices range from $700 to $800 for the more expensive colors. And they're estimated to ship in March of 2024. Now, you might be thinking the price of $700 is a little bit high for this thing, but think about it this way. What other product on the market can so accurately tell you how many grams of protein aren't in 9 almonds? Okay, they've also got this little short film about the human experience using their AI pin.
Isn't life about what we experience? What we smell?
Can I eat this?
Yes, dragon fruits are low in sugar.
What is this thing, my mom? Can I drink this? Not before you finish your vegetables. And say please next time. What did you just call me? I am your pin, young man. Dude, I want to buy this thing just for that feature. I want to hold every object, creature, and human in front of this thing and ask if I can eat it. Do you need something from me? Can I eat that? Analyzing. Oh, no, you can't eat me. I'm a person, so. High fat content detected. Rude. 1 gram of protein detected. That can't be right. Tiny balls detected. All right, what the hell? Enjoy it. Yes, yummy. Wait, stop. No, you cannot eat me. I'm a human. All right, man, who do you think I'm gonna trust? You or my $700 pin? Last time I checked, this pin doesn't have tiny balls. This thing tells me what to eat, when to eat. It even suggested this very fashionable outfit I'm wearing today. Is that why you're not wearing pants? They're in Sudan.
What we hear?
Hey, what should I get here?
What is this interaction? Who are those people? Does he know them? Man, if he's in a different country where he doesn't speak the language, I would not trust that pin. Based on everything we've seen so far, who knows what it's saying to these people?
What we see.
Capture this.
Dude, parents are gonna love that feature. Me walking around a park with my AI pin. Capture this baby. Capture. Kidnap this child. So after watching all of this, I have two thoughts. The first being, maybe someday this will be like a revolutionary product that changes the way we all interact with each other. Maybe we're just seeing some hiccups now, but a few product generations down the line, this thing is really gonna take off. It'll be more refined. It will know where the moon is. But the second thing is, I have a lot of questions about this product. For one, how is this better than the phones we have now? More specifically, why can't all of the features of this thing just be built into one app in a phone? And what if you don't want to be talking to your chest every time you need to Google something or text someone? Well, this thing started to pick up some traction online, and eventually the founders ended up on CNBC, where the hosts seemed to have a lot of the same questions.
Joining us right now is Imran Chowdhury. He's chairman and president of the company. And Bethany Bongiorno, she's the CEO.
We're also very scared of them. That's why we've sat them as far away from us as we physically can. We actually ordered this giant table when we found out they were coming.
I don't know if can we get the camera so people can see just what we're talking about in case?
Imran, you can't see as much because it's black, so it blends in with your jacket. It's black.
Imran's just sitting there like...
It's Eclipse. It's privacy first, so it's not always recording. It's actually just doing things when you want it on demand.
Is it doing something right now, or are you recording us?
It's not. It's doing nothing right now.
I get a little sense of pride when he says that. It's actually doing nothing right now.
It's doing nothing right now.
After years of research and millions of dollars spent, we finally designed a pin that does nothing.
It's doing nothing right now.
You might think that's a bad thing, but you've never met this AI. It's evil.
Turn around, maybe you can get that on camera.
Oh, yeah. I see your hand. Yes, keep doing it. I see your hand.
Can you see
what's
that?
Yeah, what's that telling you?
Oh God, dude, I do feel for him. I mean, these people are not like media trained, I feel like. They really should have hired a professional spokesperson, because I feel like they're just so out of their depth. He's got like the worst camera angle possible to show this thing off. His hand is shaking. Imagine a little alert pops up on the screen that's like, high heart rate detected. Is Squawkbox the name of this show? I'm not familiar with it. I never heard of this before. Or is this some kind of jab at their device? Formal Apple designers peddle their snake oil Squawkbox.
You can use it however you want.
Like what? Like what? Tell me something you would use that for.
Okay, it sounds like this host is thinking the exact same thing as me. What is it? Tell me one thing. Then they just start like drilling them. They don't even let either of them finish answering their questions. They just like are bombarding them with reasonable questions about this device.
That you've got in, stuff that you do just all the time.
How would I know without seeing a screen?
A user LED called.
So that's what I want to ask you about.
This is brutal, man. Let the poor guy speak. Just at least let him finish answering your questions, man. I mean, he's not actually gonna answer them. He's probably just gonna say AI over and over, but just let him finish his sentence.
Sometimes I'll be at a meeting, right? And I'm sneaking under the desk to look at my email because that's, and I can't say, hey Siri, tell me my email.
I mean, that's actually a really good point. The only way to interact with this device is to talk to it or to use this weird clunky laser jet display, which I don't even think you can type on. So if you want to text someone, you have to say it out loud, which just does not seem practical at all. So is this device gonna revolutionize technology as we know it? There's probably only one way to find out, and that's that I'm gonna have to buy it and review it when it comes out. So let me know if you guys want me to do that, and maybe I will. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. After MGK released his song Emo Girl and then followed it up by appearing in a bunch of insane interviews with Megan Fox talking about their love life, I think we're pretty good on MGK for a while. We don't need any more music. We don't need any more public appearances. We're good. We don't need to know any more about MGK's personal life. And folks, I think MGK finally took notice and he listened. He said, all right, look guys, I get it. No more music, no more interviews. I'm gonna take some time and I'm going to release a stoner comedy movie instead. So he hunkered down and he wrote and directed this movie Good Morning, which currently has a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. We got a good thing going here. 2 movies in a row with 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. What's the opposite of a Renaissance man? You know how people, when people can like act and sing and direct like Donald Glover, people call could be making minimum wage. But if you watch a little bit longer and you look a little bit closer, there's more here than meets the eye. For example, quotes like these.
Making money is easy. You just take it from somebody.
Doesn't sound like making money. That just sounds like stealing.
In the war room, you learn how to be James Bond, where you can just pick up any weapon and use it.
I'm sorry, I think I'm struggling to see the connection between business and knowing how to use any weapon. Is the war room an actual militia? I was just assuming the war in war room was just for branding because men like violence, but now I'm kind of scared. It keeps cutting back and forth to like shots of them shooting guns. I'm a little worried about making this video, honestly. Usually when I make commentary videos, the biggest thing I have to worry about is getting a copyright strike, but now I'm worried about getting a drone strike. A lot of times, like, the alpha male types will use metaphors like talking about how we're like wolves, or like how love is like a war. So I assume this is like a metaphor, like business is like war and dating is like war. But the war room is like war is like war. Get your gun, dude. We attack at dawn.
A lot of people had a bad time in this place. I was not one of them. And I credit a lot of that.
Did that guy just shoot fire out of his hands? What does that have to do with any of the skills you learn in this club? I didn't know anything about business before I joined the war room, but I've been a member for 5 months and now I'm a wizard. How does being a wizard help you with business in any way? Does being magic help you organize your finances in some way? Who said anything about business? You did. That's what this club is about, isn't it? That's it. This interview's over. Okay, I'll stop. Give me money now. Definitely makes me want to join. You got dudes shooting guns, swimming, doing group exercises on a hilltop, watching other people gamble, smoking cigars. It kind of just seems like one super long bachelor party for men whose wives have already left them. And then at the end of the video, it gives you the URL to sign up. It says 54 countries, 1,000 members, and resist slavery. That's the last thing it says in the whole video. It says resist slavery, and then the video ends. And it's like, yeah, I will. I am. So I keep saying this club is about business because that's kind of what the trailer was implying. It's about like networking with all of these rich, influential people, making money, stealing it from people, using your magical powers to steal money from innocent civilians. But if you go to their website, there's not really any reference to business, which is confusing. And the description on their website says this: the War Room is a global network in which exemplars of individualism work to free the modern man from socially induced incarceration. Okay, but like, what do you guys do? Like, if I join, what do I get to do? I get you're gonna free me from socially induced incarceration, but what does freedom look like to you guys? Is it like, am I quitting my job to go to a cigar pool party? This package costs £4,000, and they have packages on their website that go up to £7,997. Do any of these guys not see the irony and being like, individualism rules, dude. Society is like jail. If you conform to society, that's like being in prison, basically. You're basically a slave at that point, while also being like, yeah, I paid $7,000 to join a club where everyone looks and dresses like me. I didn't want to be a stereotype, okay? So I joined a man club to smoke cigars and shoot guns. And that's sort of what makes me an individualist. It just feels like they're kind of playing the like, I'm not like other guys card. And I guess in some sense they're not like other guys because most guys can't bend the elements to their will like that one guy. But other than that, I mean, it's just like all the pictures are just guys hanging out in dimly lit clubs, doing military style drills. I don't know what's going on here. In case you're not sold yet and you haven't been convinced to join, let me read you a little bit more because the War Room's website uses like every cliche pickup artist tactic to try to get you to join this club. We got the classic negging. What can you bring to the War Room? Truthfully, very little. Probably nothing at all. You are not ready for the War Room. You will not revolutionize what we built. If you had the capabilities we required, you would already be inside. What? They think I can't bring anything to the War Room? They think I'm some kind of sucker who doesn't have my life in order and can't manage my money. I'll show them. I'm gonna take out a 4th mortgage on my home and I'm gonna join this club. We'll see how stupid they think I am then. They also use like the get it while you still can technique that's in like every as seen on TV commercial. This chance won't last forever. We will not hold this open for everyone. Soon, membership will close. The War Room members and their sons will remain the closed wielders of global influence into eternity. Holy shit, dude. They're closing submission soon? I'll be right back, guys. I gotta go. I'm not doing this for me, okay? I'm doing this for my son. I guess my son gets to be in the club too if I join. I gotta go. Now, I don't have any way to look and see how long it said this on the website, but if I had to guess, I would guess that it's been on there as long as this website has existed. Why would they close submissions? How does that make any sense? Do they want to stop making money? The founder of this club is like, whoa, I'm too rich, all right? That's one thing we teach in the war room is you can't have too much money. I mean, if this is like a militia, do they have enough soldiers? Is that why they're closing? Soon, 1,000 bald men wearing tightly fitting t-shirts will be storming the beaches. We can't wait around for you forever. So you might be wondering who the head of this club is, right? It must be someone like very rich and influential if he's expecting to get people to join just based on like the connections that you can get from the club, right? Well, this is where things get a lot more creepy. And also not monetizable. This is the part that is the reason this video probably doesn't have ads on it. My name is Andrew Tate. I'm a retired 4-time world champion kickboxer who is now a multi-millionaire, and I'm the most competent person on the entire planet to teach you about male-female interactions. How did I become rich? Webcam. Definitely gonna need him to elaborate on that a little bit. That's so vague. Mr. Bezos, please. You're the richest person in the world. Do you have any advice to young up-and-coming entrepreneurs on how to start a business and how to get rich like you? Book. Huh? Book. Need I say more? Yes, please say more. We literally have no idea what you're talking about. So you're probably thinking like, did this guy invent webcams or something? Is he like famous on Twitch or something? Is this Sapnap? I don't know. I've been running a webcam studio for nearly a decade. I've had over 75 girls work for me, and my business model is different than 99% of webcam studio owners. If you had to guess whether it's different because it's more creepy or less creepy than other webcam studios, what would you guess? Go ahead and vote down in the comments below, guys. Do you think this is gonna be creepy or no? Over 50% of my employees were actually my girlfriend at the time, and of all my girlfriends, none were in the adult entertainment industry before they met me. My job was to get women to fall in love with me. Literally, that was my job. My job was to meet a girl, go on a few dates, sleep with her, test if she's quality, get her to fall in love with me to where she'd do anything I say. Holy shit, this is insane. And then he gets them to join his webcam empire where he gets them to do, you know, he gets them to get nasty on camera. I'm not a lawyer, but does this not... Does this not feel illegal? At the very least, this seems like insanely creepy. This feels abusive. It feels like he's just confessing to crimes. That's why I want you to join the war room, all right? You're gonna learn about making money, picking up women. You're gonna form a militia to protect me from an international tribunal for my many crimes that break international law. For legal reasons, that was a joke, okay? I don't know if this is legal or not. So I guess what he meant when he just said the word webcam was that he's exploiting a ton of women online for his own personal gain. In hindsight, it seems so obvious. How did I not guess that? Let's watch another promotional video for the War Room. This is on Andrew Tate's YouTube channel, and it's called The Matrix Predicted the Great Reset Explained. Basically, it's a video where this guy compares his life to the Matrix.
We are living inside of the Matrix, and I am Morpheus. I know you're sitting thinking, why did Tate not decide he was Neo? Because Tate has all the Aikido and the masterful, nearly superhuman abilities.
Yeah, I used to be a kickboxer, so I'm basically in the Matrix. Actually, the reason I take the War Room guys to the gun range so much is so they can shoot at me and I can dodge the bullets like Neo. It's like, okay, dude, if anyone here has superpowers in the War Room, we know who it is. And it is not you.
And when I say we're living inside the Matrix, I'm not stating that with irony or as a joke. We are genuinely, actually living inside of the Matrix. The Matrix is real.
Yeah, something tells me that even though he keeps saying literally and this is not a metaphor, that it is a metaphor. Something tells me he's not literally saying that we're living in a computer simulation that's controlled by like aliens or whatever the Matrix is about. I actually haven't seen the Matrix. I think that's what it's about. Something tells me that's not the point that this guy is making, even though he keeps saying literally. In the description of this video, it says stage 1 fighting against the Matrix is to become rich. Learn how here. I'm sorry, that's the first step? You know it's gonna be an unhelpful article when step 1 is become rich? Like step 1 is something that takes years and some people will never do it. Also, again, I haven't seen The Matrix, but I'm fairly certain that was not the first step in breaking out. I don't think Morpheus was like, listen, machines are trapping humans and using them as batteries in their simulation, and the only way we can break out is by setting up a dropshipping business and investing in Ethereum. Ethereum's actually great because you can verify smart contracts. It's actually the best crypto out there. Imagine if this dude is right and we really are living in the Matrix. Like, what does being free look like? Oh my god. I did it. I'm free. I made it out. All right. Hey guys, we got another one. All right, welcome to the club, buddy. Hell yeah, congratulations, man. Yep, you finally made it out of the simulation. Wow, thank you guys so much. Where's everybody else at? What do you mean everybody else? Yeah, the only other person here is my girlfriend who I'm scamming, or I mean dating. Yeah, but I mean like in the whole world. Like there's gotta be more than just you guys in the real world, right? What the fuck, you don't like us? No, it's not like that. I mean, sorry, I was picturing there being more than just like 3 normal guys in a room when I exited the Matrix. Normal? What the hell, man? Yeah, we're not normal. We shoot guns and make money out here. Yeah, we're big into making cash out here, man. Did they do that in the Matrix? They actually do, yeah. Not the way we do it. Okay, how do you do it? Hey, you're stealing my shit! Okay, I'm just saying, all things considered, you guys don't really seem that different. Honestly, if anything, this seems more like a simulation than the world I was just in. How so? Look at you guys. You're all holding guns. All you do is talk about business. You guys are like NPCs from GTA. You all look like slight variations of the same sim. Are you guys sure this isn't a video game? All right, man, as if I'm gonna take advice from a beta-ass bitch like you anyway. I'm just saying. Okay, that was actually sick. You guys should have led with that. How was that not the first thing you guys wanted to show me? You know what, man? Get out of here. You don't belong here anyway. Yeah! What? Go! Get out of here! We don't want you! Yeah. Okay, alright, I'll go. Honestly, I'm actually not really sure how to get back, but if one of you show me, I will go. Get the fuck out of here, man! Go, get lost! Get son of a gun! Go! What are you still doing? Get out of here! Go! I feel like this is definitely a video game.
How can I keep my husband? I want to keep him happy. And I think all the women listening too, they want to know the secret.
I'll tell you the secrets. Men are biologically designed. We're evolutionarily hardwired to seek status. You want power, you want status, you want the fast car. You don't care about the car. You want everyone to know you have the car and they can't have the car. Right. If everyone had a Lambo, you wouldn't want a Lambo. So every single thing we do is status driven to some degree.
It's true.
Meaning the female we are with has to add status to our lives in some form. If you want to keep your man happy, you need to think, how do I make my man look better to the world? How do I make him look better in front of other men?
What a bizarre take, dude. How to be a good woman? Make your man look good to other men. You basically need to be a wingman for your husband to pick up dudes. I hate arguments like this so much. Alpha dudes are always trying to bring up like what men are hardwired to do. What have men been evolutionarily designed to do? Here he's saying that like men are hardwired to seek status. Men want a Lamborghini. You know how every man want a Lamborghini because it's a status symbol. Even if it worked out that like evolutionarily that's something that is in men's nature, that doesn't make it good. You know what else is in our nature? Thinking sugar tastes really good. If you didn't tell someone that sugar was bad for you, they would think like, oh my god, this is the best thing in the world because it tastes really good. If you put 10 pounds of candy in front of a caveman, he would eat all of it and then he would throw up. And then he would die, probably, because he's never eaten that much sugar before. But hey, I guess that's just kind of what he was hardwired to do. So if you want to be a good cave wife, you gotta go out there and you gotta get your man as much candy as you can find. You want to go to the store and buy him one of those lollipops that's as big as his head that he always wanted when he was a kid, but his mom would never let him have. And that's the only way to keep men happy, all right? These alpha male type guys are always trying to sound like scientific. Like this is the science-backed way to attract a mate. And this is the evolutionary way that relationships are supposed to be. But I feel like if they were being honest, they would recognize that there's a difference between what humans like naturally are inclined to do and what is healthy and what is sustainable. You know what else increases your status? Murder. Can't be anyone higher up on the hierarchy if they're all dead, right? It's weird. I don't see any of them advocating that, but it's the same primal instinct that they're talking about, so why don't they? To prove what a sick and cool lifestyle this guy has, here is a video that he posted on Christmas while apparently alone in a hotel room.
Merry Christmas. I think a lot of people have the wrong idea about me. They look at me and they go, you hear about that Tate guy, you know, he's the 4-time kickboxing world champion, he's tall, he's strong, he's smart. He's fucking gorgeous.
That's the wrong idea? People have the wrong idea about me. He's smart, he's rich, he's tall, he's funny. When in actuality, I am short, rude, and poor. Anyway, yeah, that's the war room. I feel like this video took a lot of twists and turns, but as I kept clicking on different links on this dude's website, I just kept getting more and more shocked at what I was finding. So hopefully this was an entertaining video. I was considering purchasing like a war room membership as part of a follow-up video, but I honestly do not feel good about putting any money in this guy's pockets. I'm honestly a little bit worried that if I paid this guy 7,000 pounds, it would go towards like more guns or like a prison cell for his employees. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and now it's time to talk about our sponsor. Guys, you know what you're probably not gonna get if you spend $5,000 to hang out with the guys from the war room? delicious home-cooked meals, which is why I thoroughly believe that today's sponsor, HelloFresh, is a much better investment than the War Room. HelloFresh has been a longtime sponsor of the channel, and I love their service. Every week, they send you 3 delicious meals that you get to cook at home with all of the ingredients pre-portioned, so you can skip all of the prepping and planning and going to the grocery store that, if you're like me, stresses you out about dinner time. HelloFresh is equipped to be able to serve a bunch of different lifestyles. With fit and wholesome recipes and low calories or carbs, you can indulge in delicious meals without having to worry about breaking your diet. My favorite things about HelloFresh are that, 1, I only know how to cook a handful of things, and HelloFresh has a huge variety of recipes. Like every week you get to choose from something different. And 2, they're a super sustainable option. The packaging that they send you your food in is already recycled content, and HelloFresh cuts down on your food waste by 25% over grocery shopping. Cooking with HelloFresh is fun and honestly super easy. Anybody can follow the instructions and it'll kind of make you feel like a chef. So if you want to check out HelloFresh, then go to HelloFresh.com and use my code TrulyGreg16 to get 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. I don't know what the surprise gifts are, but if it's anything like their food, I'd say it's worth it. Thank you to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video, and thank you to you guys for supporting my channel by checking out HelloFresh. All right, thanks for watching. Bye.
I recreated every single step from Squid
Curtis? Hello.
Hey.
You're probably wondering why I've called you here, aren't you?
You said you wanted to make a video.
Well, yeah, but that's only half the reason that I called you here. That's right. The other half is that, honestly, Curtis, I'm worried about you. I don't know if you've seen lately, but it's getting pretty dangerous out there. The world is a dangerous place. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, a plane just flew into that building.
Oh my God.
Right on cue.
Did you do that?
Exhibit A. No. Look, crime rates going up through the roof. Murder. Death? Did you know every person dies now? Point is, Curtis, there's people out there who are trying to hurt you. They're trying to kill you, Curtis.
Me?
Yes, you specifically.
What'd I do?
You're just, I don't know, how do I say this? Has anyone ever told you that you're an easy target before?
Huh?
See, yep, that's exactly what I'm talking about, Curtis. The headphones, the texting, the hands in your pockets. If I started attacking you right now, you wouldn't even be able to defend yourself, man. Your hands are all busy. Not to mention, you're not even wearing shoes. Good luck running away.
I was being polite.
There's nothing polite about getting murdered, Curtis.
Attack me, see what happens.
Attack! What the fuck? Exactly, like I said.
How?
It's not all bad, all right? I have found a YouTube account that specializes in self-defense advice just for people like you. For easy targets.
Okay, so you're gonna teach me how to not be such an easy target.
Not only that, Curtis, I'm gonna teach you how to defend yourself from everyday life situations that we all encounter. Like
another plane crash that you just
like another getting mugged, getting stabbed. You're getting out of your car and some guy runs up behind you and just starts punching you in the back of the head.
Yeah.
This happens to you all the time.
Yes, yeah, just all of those happened this morning.
But today, we're gonna fight back. That hurt? Come on, you could not have just hurt yourself like that.
Why'd you do that to me?
You did that.
How could you? We were friends, man.
This is worse than I thought.
I'm a lost cause.
Let's get into the video. So this is the self-defense guy we're gonna be watching. His name is Self-Defense Goat.
Damn, okay.
No one's ever hurt him.
He has a lot of enemies, I guess, though. Seems like
yeah,
people
that's
are always
true.
Trying. I think he's just an idiot, putting himself in really dangerous situations all the time.
Well, let's see what happens if this guy pulls a yellow gun on you.
Give me your money.
Yo, man, yo, take it.
Yo, man, yo.
Yo, man, yo.
Someone pulls a gun on you, yo.
Take it. Here. I got nothing else. I got no phone, I got nothing. I got family, man. You gave him everything. He still got that gun pointed at you.
See, that line makes it sound like they know each other.
Right.
And they've been like friends for so long. You helped him move. You helped him get through a tough breakup.
You've given him everything you got, man.
And he still wants to shoot you in the head.
When he was at his lowest, you were there. If I was his family, I'd be pretty upset because he was like, I got nothing. I got family. but
that is crazy. Also, the way he says, take it. It sounds like he's mugging him now. He pulls a gun, take it. Take all of it.
Okay. Who's doing the mugging here?
Your goal is to get as close to the weapon as possible. Ideally, he's even pointing at your head trying to scare you.
Sorry. Ideally, he's pointing a gun at your head.
Maybe it's easier to grab it when it's, you know, as far away from your hands as possible. Way up here.
Yeah. Maybe you like bite it.
Yeah, maybe that's what he's about to do. Maybe it's because getting mugged is so scary that he just wants to be put out of his misery as quickly as possible.
Yeah, I want this to be done immediately.
Ideally, you're facing the other way, looking out at a beautiful sunset, and he's got the gun pressed right up against the back of your skull.
Taking one final breath.
So I'm going to turn out of the way, 2 hands on the weapon right away, pull it into your chest, rip it off.
And you shoot yourself. Take the power out of his hands.
Yeah. Get out of the way, back, hands. Pull it into your chest. He said rip it off. He rips off his hand.
His tutorial is like how to stop a mugger is just talk to an imaginary cameraman and be like, no, this is what would happen if you're mugging someone. Yeah. I feel like that would kind of mess with their heads.
Yeah, wait, pretend to be mugging me right now.
Okay. Give me your fucking money right now.
I gave him everything.
Smash, tap, rack, and go if need be.
Yeah, so I mean that's pretty much just the classic smash, tack, rap.
Smash, tack, rap, go if need be.
I guess that's his like YouTube ad-friendly way of saying then shoot him in the head. Yeah. And if need be, go.
Yeah. What are you in jail for? I goed.
I went. Yeah. This one is going to be really important for you because this is how not to be an easy target, okay?
Ah, okay.
You got your no shoes on, you had your headphones on, hands in pockets. You're about to see just how dangerous that is.
Okay, wow. Dude, he stabbed him in the ass. What was that sound?
I don't know. I think it was the guy screaming. Wouldn't it be crazy if that was the whole video?
Well, look at Mr. Karate Kid. That is a pretty sweet hoodie, though. Look how easy he's going to be to murder and take his phone. Sunglasses on, huge headphones, hoodie I could just rip him down with. Oh, you're mine, buddy.
Okay, well, he didn't even do it, though. He's just talking, you're just imagining it.
Oh, you're mine, buddy.
He's already
You're
gone.
Dead. Like, oh, I'm going to enjoy this one.
All right, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Wait, where'd he go? It's nighttime all of a sudden.
Is he saying that out loud?
It must be in his head.
Okay.
Now let's find out how to not be an easy target.
Oh, look at Denim Dan. This guy's going to be an easy target. Well, maybe not. He's got kind of this desk there. He's walking pretty confident.
So the caption says desk stare, but I think he's saying death stare.
Desk there.
Oh. He's got kind of this desk, got like a desk strapped to his.
I feel like that
gaming.
I guess it's a pretty hard target. You got a big desk in the way.
Yeah, he's clearly cracked at Fortnite.
This desk there, he's walking pretty confident.
Yeah, he also says he's walking pretty confidently as this guy is like...
Yeah, he's so scared. How are you supposed to, like, other people walking down the street, like... This guy's easy to fucking kill.
He's only got one earbud in. Jacket versus hoodie.
It's my favorite Mr. Beast video. Jacket versus hoodie.
It's your lucky day, Denim Dan. It's your lucky day.
Wait, he did say that.
Denim Dan, it's your lucky day.
Okay, well that actually does make him seem more crazy.
Yeah. I'd be so terrified if I was walking by someone and was like, this guy would be easy to kill and steal his phone.
Wait. Maybe not. He's got a confident walk.
I mean, you could be Denim Dan if you wanted to.
Yeah, I guess I should have been wearing denim for this video.
Yeah.
Jean jacket.
Jean hat.
Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder's here.
Hang on a second, guys, because I've got a self-defense technique of my own. Today's sponsor, ExpressVPN. Guys, using the internet without ExpressVPN is like walking around a park with flip-flops and headphones. It makes you an easy target. Did you know your internet service provider can legally collect data about every single website you go to and then sell that information to advertisers? Luckily, when you use ExpressVPN, it becomes like your armor. Your gene armor. Your internet service provider can't see your activity. Your identity is anonymous thanks to a secure VPN server. And your data is encrypted for maximum self-defense. It's super easy to use as well. You can connect with just one click. Here I am changing my location to Canada. That way I can watch The Office on Netflix. It's not available here in the US, but it is in Canada. And you can do this with a bunch of streaming services and shows. It's sick. It works on your phone, on your laptop, even routers. That way you are always protected. I don't want to miss out on content that's not available in my area, and I also don't want anyone spying on me, especially not my internet service provider. That's why I use ExpressVPN. So find out how you can get 3 months for free by scanning the QR code on the screen right now, or clicking the link in the description, or going to expressvpn.com/Danny Gonzalez. That's 3 months for free by scanning this QR code or clicking the link. Thanks to ExpressVPN for sponsoring this video, and now let's get back into it. Now this is an instant that people actually do encounter somewhat often is road rage.
Yeah, people get that a lot from me. Yeah.
So what kind of stuff do you do? Just sort of like tailgating people?
Yeah, I have usually probably 4 to 6 full cartons of eggs in my car at all times.
Oh, you just throw eggs?
And I just kind of, yeah.
Egg people on the highway?
Egg people on the highway. I egg them on. Quite literally.
Yo, what are you doing, man? What the hell's your problem? Yo, man, yo, chill. When it comes to self-defense...
Oh, he's okay.
Yeah, the rest of this video is from heaven.
He's just like an angel.
So what's crazy about this road rage incident is this guy cuts him off. He didn't even have to stop. I mean, I get that people get super irrational during road rage incidences, but it seems I feel like this person should be the one who got out to shoot him because he got cut off.
Right, yeah.
The other guy cut him off so bad that he had to kill him. It's like
no one can know about this.
He almost caused the accident, right? But what did I do? I honked the horn, I fingered him.
I missed that part of the video.
Yeah, when did that happen? Yo, what the fuck are you doing, Mick?
Yeah, you were fucked up for that, actually. That was super weird. He fingered... What does that mean? Oh, like...
You gotta check your ego, man. Don't finger him. Don't him
Don't make that guy sing, man.
Even though I wasn't technically in the wrong.
Wait, hold on. Did you notice that in the video he had like his wife or girlfriend in the car next to him? And she also got shot? Okay. Yeah, so see, there's someone in the passenger seat here.
Yeah.
But then as he's talking to the camera...
Check your ego. Even though I wasn't technically in the wrong, he cut me off.
She's
So this is a real death that happened.
Yeah, he's like, luckily I did survive this incident. She did not. Don't worry, the paramedics are on their way. I just wanted to film this video real quick.
Luckily, he's a very bad shot. Every bullet hit my wife.
I escalated the situation. He felt like he was threatened.
Felt like he was threatened? He was in his own car.
Yeah, he was fine.
That psycho's trying to kill me! I'm gonna kill his wife. Felt like he was threatened and now I'm dead. Okay, yeah, he is dead.
Yeah, he's dead. Confirmed. That is canon.
And looking at his account, yeah, this is the last video he ever posted.
That's not having a self-defense mindset. Be smart. Stay safe out there. Check your ego.
Oh my god. Wait, but he checked his ego. Why is he still getting shot?
I guess he didn't check. I guess that guy didn't check his ego.
Yeah. It's like, come back here and finger me. Finger me, are you... So there's, don't be an easy target.
Yeah.
But also maintain a self-defense mindset. And I do appreciate that. It's like, try not to get into the situation where you need to be defending yourself in the first place.
Right.
I think we can all agree that's probably the best self-defense tactic you have available. Belt versus knife self-defense.
Yo, give me your money. Stay back, man. Stay back. Yo, is that a knife, bro? Do you know how to use your belt for self-defense?
Do you?
Yeah, I don't think...
It took you like 20 seconds to take off your belt. I don't know if you noticed there, but he had some good tactics to stall the guy. He said, yo, is that a knife? Like he was going to be interested in what kind of knife it was.
Yeah, yo, is that my favorite knife you have?
Is that a Swiss Army knife?
Damn.
Cool, man. Hold on 1 second. Yeah. I gotta jerk off to this knife. Just kidding. Also, he must have a really big belt buckle. Like how brutally this guy gets hit is actually pretty crazy. Just wanted to show you my knife.
Yeah, I was trying to sell this knife to you. That's why I said, give me your money.
Damn, look at that wide stance for this dude. That's crazy. He's doing the splits.
Some fucking psychopath.
You mess with the wrong guy.
Here's how you defend yourself against a knife.
Oh, do.
Oh, do. Oh, please do.
That's what the mugger says when you pull out your belt. Oh, do. Back, he was that a knife, bro. Oh, do.
Oh, do.
These are really good captions.
Yeah. Okay.
I like that they like to start the videos with someone just being brutally murdered.
Yeah, it's a good way for audience retention, right? I feel like now on we should just start our videos with killing someone, like right in the first frame. We just have some poor bastard. Maybe his car broke down on the side. He's covered in eggs. You know, I took him home, and I took him home. And I start my video. I'm like, hey guys. The guy in the headlock is like, I gave him everything. Folks!
You know what to do when somebody pins you against the fence and stabs the shit out of you?
I firmly believe there's nothing you can do.
No.
I mean, there's definitely things to do to avoid getting here in the first place, but when you're here,
there's nothing you can do.
Yeah.
Ow. You're dead, man.
Fence and stabs the shit out of you?
He says it in a way that has like that relatable moment when someone pins you against the fence and stabs the shit out of you.
We've been there, man.
I'm trying to establish control of the weapon. If I can get my forearm here, great, but he counters that by pushing me away. If he pushes me away, this is my new threat.
It'd be crazy if in this hypothetical situation that's like now very controlled, he still gets stabbed to death. He's like, and I'm trying to get his knife, but he just keeps getting me. I put my forearm, he counters. God, this guy's good. This guy is the self-offense goat.
I'm moving that out of the way.
Now his butt's to me, and I finger him.
In the States, shoot him. If you're in Canada, run. He's got a knife.
Sorry, buddy. Damn, you're not allowed to shoot him. 3 signs you're getting punched. That one sounds funny.
3 signs you're getting punched.
Number 1. Ow!
You look like Tom Hardy if I ordered you on Wish.
Oh, yeah?
Oh. You look like Tom Hardy if I ordered you on Wish. Not Tom Hardy.
Right, yeah. So thank you.
You look like the face Tom Hardy would make if I ordered you on Wish. Tom Hardy would be like, okay.
Do you know the 3 most common signs before someone punches you in the face?
Sign number 1, you just told someone they look like if Tom Hardy if they ordered you on Wish.
First sign, forward aggression. Second thing to look for is those clenching of the fist.
What do you think the third one's gonna be at this point? He's just like cocking his arm back?
Yeah, winding it up, I guess. If someone says why I oughta, you're done for.
Tension, and they're getting prepared for something that maybe you're not prepared for.
They could be getting prepared for something. If they're moving towards you with fists clenched.
Well, what could it be?
Visual diversion? That's gonna be the third one?
What?
The third one, they're gonna be looking off in another direction, trying to distract you with their eyes so that you look away for that split second so that they get the job done.
I may be moving forward towards you, fists clenched.
Yeah.
But I'm actually gonna punch that guy. Hey, Curtis, let's both go punch that guy.
Okay. Oh.
But bouquet of flowers.
Oh, that sounds okay. No. Yeah, really?
Here's 3 signs David Copperfield's about to beat the shit out of you. Look at here. What to do if you're pushed?
What, you want to go?
Jesus.
Do you know how to deal with a push? Well, definitely not having as little balance as possible.
What, you want to go?
Didn't stand a chance.
And his feet too.
Oh no.
I've seen, bar fights, people get into fights, but it's always like, fist punching or they're, kind of wrestling around on the ground, just grabbing each other, pulling each other's hair.
Right.
I've never seen this like push and like whoa! Goes crashing through 3 walls.
Yeah, got guy-shaped holes in each wall. Yeah. Do you know how to deal with this? No.
I'm not Wile E. Coyote.
Do you know how to deal with a push? I'm opening up that door as much as I can.
Okay, so I go.
But then
I can go like that.
Yeah.
We'll knock each other out.
Do you know how to knock yourself and your opponent out at the same time?
So the key here is as it comes up is just open up enough. Hopefully my boxing turns on now. And
God, you look so scared there.
Don't hurt me.
Please. Not again. Is he actually gonna hit me this time? He's like softly blinking up at me. What are you doing? doing to this guy?
He already got pushed, man. He's been through enough. He also just said, hopefully my boxing turns on now. I've never practiced boxing before, but I really hope I know how to box.
I hope the skill comes out of nowhere.
And I just bring that hand forward as much as I can.
Jesus. He was not expecting that second one.
Bring that hand forward as much as I can. He's still standing there. I throw another one or two. But that doesn't always work, especially if they're super big or if you were caught off guard.
So if you don't know how to do all that he just did, the old wax on, wax off, you can do a soft fall.
Okay.
That would really throw your attacker off if he pushed you and you actually fell, right?
And yeah, that would fucking confuse him like crazy. Now what?
I thought he was gonna get closer to me.
Suck all that in to minimize the damage that you take.
The most vulnerable guy I've ever seen. Quit your job, man. You don't have to be there.
When that push comes down and he goes to break fall this time, now he's not there.
That's the way you're supposed to fall.
Straight into a coffin.
Like a fucking vampire.
He's suddenly in a suit and palmed.
Time. Now he's not there.
Now he's not there.
Yeah, he is.
Where'd he go? I can only look up here. He's like... Yeah.
Nobody tell him.
Also, that night before you go to the bar, look up what color the carpet is at the bar and dress like the carpet. So you fall to the ground, then you sort of scuttle.
Like a little crab.
Okay, Curtis. So if all else fails and you need to defend yourself, all of the making yourself a hard target didn't work, he pushed you and you didn't fly far enough away, you're gonna need to fight, okay?
Okay.
The good news is, all you need is one punch, okay? You can end any fight with one punch. And I'm gonna show you how.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Jerking the Lexus.
Yo, what are you talking about?
You
man?
cut me off in the
chill,
parking lot.
Chill.
Do you know who I
Stay
am?
right
You wanna
there.
go?
Don't enter my
You wanna
space,
go?
man. Do you know how to end a fight in one punch?
I can see why he hired this guy. He's so good at, like, leaving the frame as quickly as possible.
Yeah, he's a pro at that.
My space, man. Do you know how to end a fight?
He's just gone.
Once I felt like my foot was planted enough that I could push off of it, I had to make sure I wasn't showing the punch or creating a tell. This is creating a tell. Loading, shrugging, trying to punch and come out. So the first thing you want to be good at is
Loading, shrugging, trying to punch to come out.
making sure your arm is...
I just feel like there's a more tactical way he could be standing in all these videos. Instead of just, like, the most malleable, just...
What are you gonna do to me now?
I feel like he should be trying to evade it or something. It's so sad how willing he is.
I deserve it.
Yeah. And he's like, and don't worry about this guy, by the way. Guys, he deserves all this.
He deserves all of this. He's a hellish fiend of a man.
You should see him off camera.
Remember, in self-defense, he's approaching me, I'm hitting him, and I'm trying to get away.
He said you're punching him and trying to get away.
Yeah, you gotta pick one, I think.
Yeah. He's on the ground, you're punching him, and you're like, let me get out of here! This sicko's attacking me!
Unhand me!
If they're a bigger opponent than you, then you don't just hit them with your arm, you have to hit them with your body. If they're further away from you, you can open up the hand and do like fingers into the eyes. You might break your fingers, but at least you're not going to get involved in a fight anymore. If you train martial arts, use your fist. If you don't train martial arts, use your palm.
I thought this was gonna be like a one punch. Like he's gonna teach us how to do one specific punch, but he's
Right.
like, I don't know, you might want to stick your finger. Let me think. You might want to stick your fingers in his eyes. You might want to
finger his butthole.
hit him with this side of your hand.
This part with your body.
Yeah, lean him over, spank his ass.
Spank his ass, pull and tug on his wiener.
I don't know. What was I talking about?
The title is End of Fight with One Punch.
There is no guarantee when it comes to self-defense, like one punch is going to get the job done. That's just clickbait, guys.
What the fuck? He said that like that's not the title of his video, but other people do that.
Yeah, I would never clickbait you guys.
Look, other people are gonna try to convince you can end a fight with one punch. That's just a bunch of clickbait bullshit.
The pussies would say I would never do that.
And honestly, only pussies would fall for that too. But anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. Thank you for the money.
The reason why I punched him in his face, because his hands weren't protecting his face. If his hands were here, it's a whole different entry.
And that's the end of the video.
Nice.
Honestly, I'm sure there is some good self-defense advice in here, but I just like the way these videos are shot.
Yeah, they're especially the short videos, because he's like, okay, we gotta get people's attention. So.
Yeah. Yeah. All right, Curtis. Well, you know what? Honestly, man, I'm proud of you. I
Thanks,
feel like
man.
I can tell that over the course of these past, gosh, I don't know, we've been recording for like an hour. I feel like you've really changed, you know?
You think?
Yeah, I feel like you've taken the initiative. You're no longer an easy target. Honestly, now you're a threat. And for that, I commend you.
What's up, Greg? Did you know that anybody can make an iPhone game? If you wanted to, you could just like come up with the most insane idea for a game that doesn't make any sense, it's not fun, nobody would ever want to play it. And you could program it, or you could hire somebody else to make it for you, and then you can submit it to the App Store. And it seems like as long as it works, in the most like liberal usage of that word, like as long as it doesn't make your phone explode, then Apple will approve it, and then it'll be on the App Store and anybody can download it. Anyway, I thought it would be kind of fun to search the App Store and try to find the worst games I could possibly find and then play them and like do like a review, a playthrough of sorts. If you make any like normal search on the App Store for a game, like I searched Angry Birds in iPhone and iPad apps, and then you scroll down past all of the games that you would expect to see, eventually you'll just stumble upon the least fun sounding games you've ever seen. Angry Cock, anyone? Can I interest anyone in some Angry Cock? Bad Granny, Angry Grandma? Okay, Pig Evolution is a strategy game. Bad Granny is a scary neighborhood evil game type game. Yo, not only is the grandma evil, but the game is evil too? I'm not gonna download that. This grandma's gonna ruin your life in the game, and then the game is gonna ruin your life in real life. A few days ago, Bob come to a new place to live, and he saw neighbor's granny. He wants to say hello to neighbor granny and come to his house. Okay, who the fuck is Bob? That it started this description like we already know who Bob is. His neighbor's granny seems suspicious. She was hiding in his garage. She shouted, "Hello, granny." Is this gonna explain the entire plot of the game to me? I'm not even gonna need to play the game after this. He wants to find out information and the secrets of creepy neighbor's granny. Okay, kind of sounds like from the description that granny is not that strange. Okay, I guess she was hiding in his garage. That actually is pretty weird. But it's like, and you follow Bob, who's trying to find blackmail on this old woman. It's like, who's the bad one in this scenario? You evil game. Okay, so the first game I'm gonna play is Bad Granny. I will download that now. If I just type in simulator in the App Store and search for iPhone and iPad apps, what's gonna come up? Cat Simulator 2020. I'd like something a little more up to date. Being a cat has really changed in the past 2 years, so. My virtual boyfriend chat, messenger, and dating simulator. Boyfriend of your dream. Oh my God, things are getting really extreme in this chat. I can't stop thinking of you as a real person. And he says, I am better, I will never let you down. Virtual boyfriend allows you to discuss everything you want. That's nice of him. Cheer up seeing his funny and sometimes not to the point answers. Okay. So you can discuss anything you want. He's just not gonna always respond to what you say. You can talk about whatever you want, and he's also gonna talk about whatever he wants. And we are downloading my virtual boyfriend chat. Okay, I'm just gonna type in some crazy shit. Let's see if we can just make up a game and see if it exists. I'm typing Ghost Simulator, Penguin Simulator. That actually sounds kind of sick. Yo, Ghost Simulator game! You got missions, upgrades, shopping. Okay, you can crawl around town as the Lick Mage. Lick Mage nuts. Okay, it doesn't exactly look how I pictured it. I kind of thought that like you'd be going around and like haunting people, but instead you're just like wandering and floating around this barren wasteland, fighting things. Okay, I mean, shit, I'll give it a shot. Ghost Simulator game, there we go. And you know what? Let me snag Mommy Life Simulator too. This one looks kind of fun. Let's play like a super mom. Whoa, it's Gender Norms the game. Look at all the blouses you can choose from and modest shorts. Okay, master your driving skills. Seems a little sexist. Bring on goods for the family. Seems a little sexist. And activities to make your day great. You can become a Renaissance man. MGK is like a Dark Ages man. MGK is a medieval man. Also, sorry if I sound sick. Sorry. The moment this movie starts, MGK, aka his character London Clash, gets kind of a weird good morning text from his girlfriend Apple.
She's texting me. Oh, it's Apple.
The text say, I wish I didn't have to do this through text, and then good morning, but she spells morning with a U. Now you might think that this would make London a little bit confused, but then realize, oh, it's just a typo. And you'd be right. He does have both of those thoughts. The problem with this movie is that the entire movie takes place between those two things happening. This entire movie is about MGK being confused about what those texts meant. Before he gets too concerned, he has to Google what morning with a U means. He's like, my fans are probably young enough that both of their grandparents are still alive. I should probably explain what morning is.
Well, today should be interesting.
Yeah, they let you know right away that this movie was written by a millennial. Well, today's gonna be kind of weird. MGK wrote the entire movie like this. So this just happened. Yeah, so the conflict at the beginning of this movie is that London thinks that Apple is breaking up with him. That text was a breakup text. Sorry to have to do this through text. Good morning, as in like happy morning our relationship. What kind of person is Apple that he assumes the text good morning means have a good time with your depression now? Look, this relationship isn't working. We're just growing apart. I just feel like you need to have a happy morning now. A happy grieving to you, good sir. When they introduce this character, she better be like wearing a top hat and carrying around a cane. It's gonna make a lot more sense when that happens.
Good morning, good morning.
Today might suck, guys. I'm adulting today. All right, guys, it's time to attend the MGK School of Acting. You're about to step into an ice-cold shower. How do you react when the water hits your body? Shiver! Grab your arms to make yourself warm. Okay, those are good answers. Let's ask Professor Gun Kelly. Ooh, sorry, you guys all get Fs. Your punishment? You have to look at MGK's ass. That is just horrendous. I never wanted to see that.
You know why it sucks when you're going through it with your partner?
You're not going through it with your partner. She sent you one understandable typo, dude. Everything's fine. You're fine.
Yo, does this look like a breakup text to you, or am I tripping? Yes.
Yeah, dude, take it from the weirdest looking man you've ever seen who falls asleep in his cereal mid-conversation. That's a breakup text. I don't mean to shame this man's appearance. I think Cody Ko looks great here. This is Cody Ko if TMG made hyperpop music. This man has never sent a normal text in his life. I'm surprised he wasn't like, no, that's about as incoherent and cryptic as I usually am in my text. You're probably fine. His friend is clearly sick. At the beginning of the scene, he throws up on the microwave, and at the end of the scene, he drowns in his cereal bowl, and MGK leaves him to die. MGK, your friend is sick. Help him. And so am I. Goddamn. Also, just like a fun little continuity note, at the beginning of this scene, there wasn't a water bottle on the table, and then at the end of the scene, there is. So, that's probably why this movie has a 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. Ass continuity. I'm a stickler for details.
Meet Kennedy.
Uh-oh, guys. Megan Fox is here, and she is not like other girls. Megan Fox plays a girl named Kennedy, who's actually not the main love interest in this movie. Her character is actually lesbian, and at the beginning of this movie, MGK explains how, like, she hates boys, but she lives with all these boys, and so she's moving out, which MGK explains right after he forgets his line.
It's in rice.
Come on, you got it, dude. You wrote the movie, you should know it.
Please don't move out.
Yes, he did it. He remembered. It's a pretty long line. I'll cut him some slack. Throughout the beginning of the movie, they're constantly introducing new characters, and every character in this movie has some kind of weird quirk. This friend, like, did too many drugs at a music festival, and now he's kind of loopy. This guy is always throwing water balloons at people. This guy, like, smokes a lot of weed. It seems like MGK wrote this movie with just a bunch of crazy, weird characters, because the only, like, joke that he can think of to put in this movie is another character saying something weird or dumb, and him just kind of looking at them being like, that was kind of weird or dumb.
Mercury is in Everglades.
It's retrograde, Leo.
Every time he introduces a new character, there's narration that explains what the weird quirk about these characters are.
This is Angel. Meet Maxine Goldberg.
But they kind of don't, like, explain really what I want to know about these characters.
This is Dylan. I met him when he was working at In-N-Out, and he used to hook me up with free burgers and shakes. He's been my boy ever since.
We don't care that he used to work at In-N-Out. That is so irrelevant. Please tell us why he's so sick. Why is he throwing up and passing out? That's more interesting. The reason that London Clash is so rich and cool that he lives in Rice Gum's house is that he is an actor. So throughout the movie, he's doing actor type things. Like, he films this self-audition tape. I don't really know what he's auditioning for. It kind of seems like he's auditioning for everything and also nothing all at once.
Okay, this is my impersonation of Draco Malfoy. Looking for drugs.
Where's the pot, Potter?
I don't like Draco very much.
Honestly, this scene is pretty sad. I felt bad watching it. They don't explain what he's supposed to be auditioning for in this self-tape, but whatever it is, Jake Novak has a better chance of getting the role.
I want to be the next SNL cast member.
Now here's where the movie prevents the second conflict. That's right, this movie has two conflicts. The first is he gets that text with the typo, but the second is that today he has the biggest audition of his career. And no, it wasn't that self-tape audition. I guess they just kind of threw that in for goofs. He's auditioning to be the next Batman.
I'm still waiting to hear from my agent about this Batman role.
So, throughout the movie, London is faced with two equally important problems. The first, he has to prepare for the most life-changing, career-making audition of his life. And the second is that he's having a little bit of trouble getting a hold of his girlfriend. The stakes can't get much higher than this, folks. But Danny, can't he just prepare for the audition and then try to get a hold of his girlfriend later that day or tomorrow at the latest? No! They could be dead tomorrow, especially that one guy. He could die any second. They have to do both of them today. This movie kind of feels like a Lele Pons YouTube skit from like 2017, but instead of like 10 minutes long, it's an hour and a half long. From the sound effects to the uncomfortable silence between every spoken line in this movie.
Why would you give me goat milk?
I watched an interview, you said you like goat milk.
I can't tell if they're using the awkward silence for like comedic effect to like really hammer home that like, these guys are kind of weird. Or if the silence is more just because nobody knows their lines very well. There's another option that they added in all these pauses in the movie because we're supposed to be laughing at the things that they're saying in the movie. So they added in nice little pauses for us to laugh.
She left with a dude?
A buff dude. And they had bags. And yes, they left together.
In fact, it kind of feels like, have you ever seen people who have edited The Big Bang Theory so that it doesn't have the laugh track to show how like bad all of the jokes are?
Who are you?
Oh, I'm Denise, the new assistant manager.
That's kind of what this movie feels like.
Why are your eyes all watery?
Because I'm high.
That's way better. Bazunga. It's so fitting that this movie feels like a bad YouTube video from 5 years ago because I'm pretty sure they filmed this at Rice Gum's old house. Did something happen in that house? Is there like a curse? 100 years ago, one of Hollywood's earliest YouTubers died in that house and now all the content that's created there is cursed to be mad disappointing. Okay, so now they got to investigate what's happened to Apple. London's phone is broken, so he can't contact her, so the only thing he can do is go looking for her. So he goes to the last place she was seen and talks to Pete Davidson.
Did you see Apple? Yeah, she was just here like 2 minutes ago. Did she say where she was going?
You know what? She did. She actually...
No, are you fucking crazy? You guys never talk to me. I mean, the only reason you know my name is because it's on my name tag. Right there. B-E-R-R-Y. Barry.
Pete Davidson feels like he's not really invested in this movie at all. He breaks the fourth wall a little bit too much in this movie. He reads his name tag like he's making fun of the fact that it doesn't say Pete Davidson. He's like, Barry? That's not my real name. My real name's Pete. It's funny because I'm very clearly Pete Davidson and not some guy named Barry who works at a valet stand. There's also a scene later on in the movie where he looks directly into the lens of the camera. I think they could have cut that out. Well, talking to Pete Davidson, Barry. It's just so funny that he's pretending to be Barry. Talking to Barry didn't get him any leads, so I guess that means now it's time to go to his audition. Sorry, he breaks into Apple's house to find clues?
Find clues, please.
Find clues of what? What might she have left lying around that would indicate whether she made a typo this morning or not? They find a bag of her fingers? She was missing her fingers this morning. That's why she fucked up the tags. Oh. We should probably call the police, right?
I'm not breaking into my girlfriend's house. Can't believe I'm breaking into my girlfriend's house.
Me neither, dude. Your life is pretty crazy. London Clash is so dumb. He makes the worst decisions at every move in this movie, okay? While they're in Apple's house, one of London's friends knocks over every single urn on the mantle and ashes go everywhere. And so they're like, oh shit, we have to put back the urns and then refill the ashes. But they're like, the only problem is, where are we supposed to find ashes? Where are we gonna find enough ashes to fill up these urns? But like, they didn't lose the ashes. They all just fell on the floor. They could just sweep them up and put them back in urns. It's like MGK was like constantly forgetting what previously happened in movies, and so the plot is being driven forward by things that just aren't problems. So anyway, as I said, this is a stoner comedy. You can probably guess the solution they think of to produce a bunch of ashes to fill back up the urns. Yep, They're gonna smoke a bunch of weed. Ah, bunch of weed. This movie's crazy. They're gonna smoke a bunch of weed. Well, at least this dumbass plan that doesn't make any sense is gonna result in like some crazy shit happening, right? Something funny's bound to happen now, right? Wrong. They just spend like 10 minutes having a boring ass smoke session on the couch. And then one of them tries to talk to a lobster. They really sat around writing this movie and were like, what's the craziest thing that could happen while we're high? And then settled on talking to a lobster. You know, since weed is legalized in a lot of places like California, where they filmed this, I feel like stoner comedies aren't nearly as like interesting or edgy as they used to be. You know, smoking used to be kind of like a fringe culture. It doesn't really feel like this is like, it's like that crazy or funny anymore. This is a scene of 4 adults sitting around a living room and obeying the law.
Why did you spell it like that?
It's a typo.
Oh my god, it was a typo all along? Who would have guessed that? So I guess now the movie can end now, right? The movie can't end now, right? The movie can end now, right? There's 30 minutes left in this movie? What the fuck is gonna happen? What are they gonna do for 30 more minutes? Sit at a diner, apparently. So you're probably wondering how they wrap this whole thing up, huh? MGK missed his audition, he's not getting the role. His girlfriend is pissed off at him. How are they gonna wrap this movie up? Some sort of grand gesture that wins over both the director and the girlfriend? No, obviously not. That would make too much sense. London Clash gets the role because the director happened to see an Instagram live stream where London Clash gets punched in the face by Dennis Rodman, and the director just assumes that London Clash did that because he wanted to like impress him or something. It's a whole other plot line that I didn't really go into in this video, but it doesn't make any sense in the movie either. So he's got the role, now the only thing left is to get the girl, which he does by sending her a text at the diner being like, can we talk? And she's like, sure. And so they're driving to meet each other. He's texting her the whole way. He's texting and driving, and they get into a car crash, and then they are both paralyzed. That face says it all. That just happened. That's the resolution. He almost murders her. Irresponsible. He was texting and driving and he almost murders his girlfriend, and that's how it ends. After the credits roll, there's like a fun little blooper reel where we get to see the actors like messing around and not knowing their lines very well, which would have been a lot more fun if I hadn't felt like I had just watched an hour and a half of exactly that. Well, folks, what do you think? From rapper to pop punk icon to writer, director, and actor extraordinaire, which do you think MGK did best? Leave it in the comments down below. What do you think he'll get up to next? It's anyone's guess at this point. Professional fencer? Or maybe like a chef? He'll start just making food. That might be kind of sick. And you know what? All he would need to get started is HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit and the sponsor of this video. Guys, I love HelloFresh. They send you fresh, quality produce from the farm to your door in less than a week, so you can savor delicious summer flavors right from home. I love getting a HelloFresh box because you know what it means? It means I don't have to worry about what I'm gonna eat for dinner every night. I'm not gonna find myself driving to some fast food chain to get a quick meal, because I know I've got a quality meal that I can whip up in like 35 minutes right at home. And I know it's gonna be tasty, I know it's gonna be healthy. If you're trying to stick to a particular health goal, HelloFresh has you covered because they have veggie options, fit and wholesome options, and pescatarian options. So HelloFresh fits a variety of lifestyles. Their plans are super flexible. You can pause 1 week if you want to, you can add more food 1 week if you want to, and even if you're on vacation, you can change the delivery address to deliver to your vacation destination. And then you can have home-cooked meals when you're at the family reunion. HelloFresh is the very first carbon-neutral meal kit company, and nearly all of their packaging is recyclable. They help cut down on food waste because they send you pre-portioned ingredients so you're only using what you need. So if you want to check out HelloFresh and have a flavorful summer, then head on over to HelloFresh.com. Use my code TrulyGreg16 for up to 16 free meals and 3 surprise gifts. That's HelloFresh.com. Thanks to HelloFresh for sponsoring this video. Thank you to you guys for checking out HelloFresh. Now I'm going to do the outro of this video. All right, you guys, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're new here and you're not subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. Greg is what I call my audience here on YouTube. We're the biggest and happiest family on YouTube. That is a scientific fact. Please do not look it up. Please do not fact check me, because facts don't care about your feelings and I don't care about facts. All right, I'll see you guys next time. Bye. Hello, Greg. Why are movie studios
studios making bad movies on purpose. I swear to God they are. I'm sure most of us by now have seen clips from the new Pinocchio movie.
Father, when can I leave to be on my own?
And that had me pretty skeptical, honestly. You're trying to tell me they made it and they were like, the main selling point of this movie is that it will be good? No chance. And now I've recently seen people talking about this movie Marmaduke. It's about a cartoon dog voiced by Pete Davidson. It has 0% on Rotten Tomatoes. I've watched it and it is in fact the worst movie you'll see this year. And it just really seems like they're trying to make bad movies on purpose. This movie is just heinous. It feels like Netflix just like fed an AI a bunch of scripts of bad movies until it spat out Marmaduke. This movie is not good at all. I think it has 0 redeeming qualities actually. There's nothing good in this movie. I would even give it a negative score if I could. I like that I said that as if there's something stopping me. I'm my own entity. I'm not limited. I don't have a boss telling me I have to give it a positive score. I'm gonna give it a -6 out of 10. Begin with a narration from Pete Davidson himself, who could not sound less interested in explaining the exposition of this movie. Marmaduke was some fucking dog, dude. I don't care. I'm dating a Kardashian, man. You think I need this? I personally don't have a problem with Pete Davidson. He's a funny guy. He was not up to the task of being the main character in this movie. This is a cartoon dog. You need someone with like a crazy range. Pete Davidson's emotions range from high and pleased down to high and indifferent. That's about all the variety you're gonna get out of Pete Davidson. After watching the movie all the way through, I'm not even 100% sure that Pete Davidson even knows he's in this movie. I haven't seen Pete Davidson do any promotion for this movie. I don't think he's done interviews talking about, you know, getting into the role of Marmaduke. I would not be surprised if they just like took audio excerpts of Pete Davidson from like other TV shows and just like found a way to make a movie about a dog around them. You go ahead and look at the characters in this first scene here and tell me, what is your reaction? Art is subjective. What you like depends entirely on your life experience, your personal taste, you know, where you were born and raised. For example, I was born in the 1990s on Earth, and I hate every single one of these characters. There are 3 body shapes in the universe of Marmaduke. There is eerily slender, bouncing egg. That's right, they don't walk. The round characters, they just kind of bounce from place to place. And then there's Mom. Mom has a serious case of the Pixar mom syndrome. I guess the creators of Marmaduke decided to take a page out of Pixar's book when designing the mom, and then they ignored all the other pages in the book about like how to make a movie. Anyway, through a little bit of narration, we find out that the reason Marmaduke is not allowed at this party is because he's basically a terror to the family. Marmaduke is a nightmare. He chases the cat, he tackles the local butcher for some bones, he beats the shit out of the dad. This dog is terrorizing his family. This is a bad boy.
That's enough for today.
That's enough for today? You didn't do anything. You just hurt a dog. You didn't teach him any tricks. He doesn't even know how to sit. All right, the first trick we're gonna learn today is how to dodge a punch. Okay, it looks like you didn't get it today, but we'll try again tomorrow, okay, buddy? Anyway, I guess after showing Marmaduke how violent he is and all of his like cool martial arts skills, Marmaduke is like, wait, actually maybe I do want to get trained by this guy. And they make it seem like it's because like Marmaduke is so impressed. I personally think it's because Marmaduke is so scared. He does agree to finally be trained. So cue Marmaduke getting trained montage. Or sorry, Marmaduke getting tortured montage. Yeah, that's right. Before Marmaduke agreed to get trained, Guy just beat the shit out of Marmaduke. But now that Marmaduke has agreed to be trained, he is still getting beat up, but just in new and fancy ways. This movie is essentially about a dog who loves to eat and suffers greatly for it. You know what is one thing that's unclear about this movie? Can Marmaduke talk? Earlier in the movie, Marmaduke was trying to talk to the people and all they could hear was barking sounds.
You're being too hard on poor
But then Marmaduke and Guy seem to have full conversations. So who is speaking the other one's language? Is Marmaduke speaking English? Or is the trainer barking at Marmaduke? Like if you were to walk by the park where Guy is training Marmaduke, is Guy just going like, arr, arr, arr? This movie is completely uninterested in answering this question. After Marmaduke has been thoroughly beaten and humiliated by Guy for a week or two, it is time for Marmaduke to enter his first dog show. This is where we meet Marmaduke's main competition and basically the villain of the movie, this beautiful dog Zeus. This part is very disturbing. Oh, Marmaduke, you idiot! How are you gonna perform, dude? How are you gonna compete? You can't even walk. This is where the movie gets gross. The sound effects of his like gurgling belly make me want to throw up. Then he somehow becomes skinny by farting once. I guess he farts out all the food in one foul fart. And when I say foul fart,
That shit does look foul. When he did that, I was like, wait, holy shit, he can do that? Marmaduke has the ability to fart out food that he just ate, like all of it. But then it's even more confusing because he gets onto the floor at the dog show and all of a sudden like plumps back up again and starts farting some more. And it's like, so where did the food go? Did the gas enter him again and become food again? Was he actually just sucking in? What is happening? Did he fart the food out or not? Then it only gets worse. Marmaduke flies through the air, lands on the trophy for the dog competition, and he farts, and he shits, and he farts so hard that I thought he might be dying. He gets onto the trophy and like goes from plump to shriveled up like a raisin. He shrivels up into a little doggy skeleton. The dog is very sick. The dog should be rushed to the hospital immediately after this, actually. The cloud of his fart gas like envelops the entire crowd. People are screaming. I think he might have killed people, honestly. This is just an awful scene. I don't know why the writers thought that this would be fun for anyone, even for kids. It's like, is your dog pooping in the wrong spot ever that funny? I don't think I've ever like come home and my dog is like pooped somewhere she wasn't supposed to and been like, that's hilarious. That's actually good one, Sunday. Dude, you fucking killed it. I should be mad, but that's actually mad funny. To be fair, if I did have like a comically big trophy in my house and I came home and the dog had pooped in the trophy, that actually might be kind of funny. But not if she was also like sitting on top of the trophy as like a shriveled up skeleton and my house was full of noxious gas.
That was a disgrace.
The movie's getting kind of dark. This is a really somber, like, middle section of a children's movie. He's not a loser! It just turns into Marriage Story.
Marmaduke is a Great Dane!
Then come to find out that the trainer has actually billed them for all of the training, and it's like a shit ton of money. They go through the list, and it rolls by in this like Star Wars style credit roll, and it's meant to fly by really fast so you can't read anything, but I paused it just to like look through what some of it is. Some of the items on this list are more than the $1 million they would have won at the final dog show. There's things for $29,000, $35,000, $1.4 million. Also kind of a funny detail, the writers I guess couldn't come up with enough things to actually make the list that long, so they just literally copied and pasted the same chunk over and over. So if you just play it, you'll see like the same thing worth $1.5 million over and over in this list, and it's like you couldn't just keep coming up with not a champion. So Marmaduke is like, you know what, screw it, I don't need you, and he decides to set off on a journey to show him what a real champion can do. He runs to China, and then he runs to Egypt, and then he swims in the ocean, and then he goes home. And I guess that's pretty much all the training he needs. I don't know why he is still so focused on the dog show after that. Marmaduke's like, yeah, I climbed to the top of Mount Everest and then swam to the bottom of the ocean so that I could hopefully compete in an obedience competition at a regional level. I hope that I do okay. It's like, no, all of the things you did just then are like infinitely more impressive than a dog show. At least that's what I thought until we get to the dog show and we see what other dogs do during the talent portion. Okay, Zeus actually hypnotizes the crowd. That's actually pretty impressive. Yet another use of magic. I like that they're really doubling down on that in the third act of this movie. Also, I'm getting a lot of parallels from the Disney Channel original movie Zapped in this movie. Although I don't think anyone beat the shit out of a dog in that movie. Also, hang on a second. If hypnosis exists in this universe and it is like a thing that can be done effectively, why the hell did the trainer need to beat the fuck out of Marmaduke? If in this world it's possible to mentally make a dog do whatever you want, what sick thrill did Guy get out of assaulting Marmaduke? It's almost like that wasn't even training and he just like, what if he did hypnotize him and then he was like, and now the rest of this is just for me. Anyway, it's time for Marmaduke's portion of the talent show. Now, everything else up until this point is so insane that like, what's up, Greg, and welcome back to another episode of This Tunnel Lady is kind of cringe. Oh, no, Danny, watch out. She's right under me, isn't she? Unfamiliar like I was just a few weeks ago, the Tunnel Lady, aka Kala, aka Engineer Everything on TikTok, makes TikTok videos documenting her experience digging a massive tunnel system under her suburban house. Is this safe? I do not know. Is this legal? I also do not know. But is this really, really good content? I do not know. After having heard about her for a while but never really looking into her, this is the first TikTok I saw of her. She posted it back in November of last year. So I figured I would show this to you guys so you could kind of learn about her in the same way that I learned about her. That way we can be on the same page.
I have a new problem in my suburban mind. It is not this water, but rather that I am getting out of range of the minecart. Every castle building stone has to be carried up this tunnel to the antechamber.
Okay, immediately, this project is so much more expansive than I thought. She says so many things in rapid succession that could be their own entire subplot. 1, the giant pool of water in her mind. 2, she has dug so deep that she's out of range of her minecart. Kala, how deep have you dug? She's like, it's also getting really hot down here. All of the rock is molten. It makes it really hard to dig. And 3, she says that because she's out of range of her minecart, it's making it a lot harder to get her castle building stones out of the mine.
Every castle building stone has to be carried up this tunnel.
Is there a castle now? People just call her Tunnel Lady. I thought that there was just a tunnel. She's got so much more going on than I thought. I also like that she says the giant pool of water isn't a problem. I guess that just goes to show how little I know about suburban mining, because to me, that seems like a huge problem. How do you dig deeper when it's just water? You can't dig water, can you? Needless to say, there's a lot of lore going on in this TikTok, and I need to know more. So, like Kala digging into the Earth's mantle, it's time to get to the bottom of this. This next TikTok is Kala's first ever TikTok she posted to this account, and in it she introduces a big new project that she's going to be undertaking, building a storm shelter in her basement.
I am about to embark on a new and complex project.
I like that stupid project flashes on the screen as she's describing it. She's all excited about it. It kind of makes it seem like this is an interjection from future Kala, like 2 years from now. Stupid project, you should have never started this thing. What are you doing? I'm trying to warn you via CapCut editing.
I'm planning to construct a storm shelter off the side of my basement. It's going to take a very long time.
Well, she was definitely right that it was going to take a long time. She posted this in October of 2022, and she is still digging. That being said, it is interesting to know that the original point of the tunnel was to just be a storm shelter. I feel like she's past that point. I feel like digging like 10 feet into the ground would have been enough to protect just one person from a storm. But there she is, just still going. Why do I feel like she knows something we don't? She's either preparing for a cataclysmic storm that none of us know is coming, or she has ulterior motives. She's like, the main purpose of this tunnel will be to protect me from tornadoes. Secondarily, I have been hearing a sinister voice booming from the earth, begging me to free it from its subterranean prison. So needless to say, I think this should be a pretty fun project. In all seriousness, no, I can totally understand why she would want to keep digging after she started. If she turned around now, she could be like 5 feet away from that giant diamond.
The shelter itself will be cut into this wall here. This is off the side of my bunker home office.
That is a very interesting home office setup. You know, I was wondering at first if she was planning on finishing the tunnel when she was done with it to sort of make it just an extension of her house and make it furnished and everything. After seeing her home office, I gotta say, I don't think that's likely. Kala's home office is literally the Batcave. She's getting work done in the Batcave. This tunnel's gonna be perfect for hiding from storms, tornadoes, the Riddler, he's after me. She also pans over to reveal she has a green screen in her basement.
Behind the green screen.
I am very intrigued by Kala. Who is this mysterious woman? I thought the tunnel was going to be the most interesting thing about her, but it seems like she's got a lot going on. Quite frankly, all this mystery is making me thirsty. But luckily, unlike Kala, I don't have a water problem. I have a water solution. Today's sponsor, Arup. Arup is a great way to meet your hydration goals because sometimes you're just not in the mood for water. You want a little bit more zest to it. And Arup flavors your water via scent. You place this little scent pod on top. Right now it's deactivated, but as I pull it up like this, it becomes activated and air is able to flow through the pod into the nozzle and then into your mouth, where your mouth feels like it's tasting the flavor. In this case, I have a lime scent pod on here, but they come with a variety of flavors. So even though I'm just drinking water with no chemicals added or nothing, I feel like I'm drinking something that's lime flavored. One of the best parts of Arup is that you're getting all the fun of having flavored water without any of the downsides, like added sugar or sweeteners or chemicals. It's just straight up water and smell. I like sipping from my Arup while I'm writing videos, doing work, even filming, as you can see. That extra bit of flavor just puts a little bit of pep in my step. And trust me, if you've seen the way I step before, you know that it is It's sad and it needs some help. So if you want to try out this revolutionary hydration technology for yourself, head on over to the link in the description. Get yourself an Air Up. Get yourself a bunch of fun flavors. Thanks to Air Up for sponsoring this video. Thank you to you guys for checking out Air Up. Just 6 days after posting the original TikTok, she posts this video where she goes over the litany of problems she has already run into.
We're running into some problems that have put us into a dead halt. Unfortunately, there is a little bit of water seepage. It's not a blocker, but it is irritating.
Yeah, I hate to break it to you, Kala, but it's gonna get a lot worse. If you think that amount of water is irritating, you're gonna be pissed in like a year when you have a literal well in the middle of your mind.
We have run out of space for excavated rock and have to get the elevator working now.
Yeah, you're definitely gonna need to figure out a way to get the rock out of there, because otherwise it's not mining. You're just moving around rocks. You can't just be like, all right, guys, I finished the tunnel system. It's actually the exact size that my basement used to be, but I moved all of the rock into the basement, so now I don't have a basement anymore. I just have a basement-sized tunnel, which sucks because that's where all my bat gear was, and the penguin actually is after me right now.
The power cord has started smoking and sparking. The biggest problem is that the jackhammer has stopped working.
Okay, great. Perfect. Excellent update. You're like 2 feet into the tunnel and every single part of the operation is already going wrong. Even things that aren't mining related are going wrong. That extension cord? Not a mining issue. That did not require any prior excavation knowledge. You just need a new extension cord. That kind of just feels like her being like, everything is going wrong. Gravel is piling up. The jackhammer is smoking. My blender stopped working, so I can't even make milkshakes anymore. But hey, I guess that's just what happens when you commit to tunneling into the earth. No more milkshakes. Ever again. Yeah, it is really bad. You're digging a hole under your house. You cannot afford to cut corners. So this is a structure she was building as sort of an elevator to get rocks out of her basement. She's building like a mining elevator, and I guess while she was building it, it collapsed. I gotta say, at this point, I am pretty concerned about the success of her project. She's still just a few days in, and like, I don't know if she's done anything right yet. She does seem pretty nonchalant about it though, you know? If her entire tunnel collapses and her house falls into the underworld, I think she'll take it in stride. I gotta say, I knew that digging a tunnel would be like a big undertaking, but it wasn't until I started watching these videos where I started to realize all of the logistics that go into it. There's a lot that can go wrong. In this video, she takes a Geiger counter into her tunnel and realizes that there's like twice as much radiation as there was in the rest of her house.
The nuclear radiation readings so high in the storm shelter excavation. Every time I measure it, the counts per minute are more than double what they are upstairs.
Kala, come on. You gotta figure that out. To be fair, I don't know why the radiation would be higher underground than it would be in the rest of her house. But I'm not in the mine. It's not my mine. You gotta figure that out, dude. Yeah, the top comment is radon ? That's not good. The next video, she's doing the same thing with a Ouija board. Hey guys, does anyone know why every time I take the Ouija board into the tunnel, it spells out, I must consume the souls of the innocent? It doesn't do that anywhere else in my house.
One of the reasons for extending my tunnel system is to harvest a layer of building stone. So far, I only found one good layer, about a foot thick. It is fractured in ready-made rectangular prisms.
It's crazy. I'm finding all of these perfect building blocks. They're rectangular. They look great. They're gonna fit right in my neighborhood because they're actually already the same color as my neighbor's foundation. Whoa. Hey, excuse me. You can't be in here. Oh my God. TV, couch, foosball table. This can only mean one thing. Yeah, you dug into my basement. I just found a naturally occurring basement mine. What? All this stuff is gonna be perfect for my castle. Whoa, no, this is my stuff, dude. Hey, who the fuck are you? Are you the Riddler? No. Can you get out of my house? His first riddle. Oh, you dastardly scoundrel. Okay, I'm not a scoundrel. You're no match for my bat gun. Oh, that's just a normal gun. Now, despite having seemingly no experience building a tunnel at the beginning of this video, she is learning at a rapid rate. Just a few months into this project, she posts this video sort of boasting about her engineering skills.
I'm in a tunnel with 5,000 pounds of wet concrete over my head. And the only thing separating me from becoming a pancake is my own engineering.
Extremely impressive. I, for one, could never. I get claustrophobic if my clothes are too tight. At this point, it seems like some of the things going wrong start to calm down. She starts learning super fast. Lots of new skills. She starts posting videos about managing the water problem in her tunnel, learning electrical so she can have power down in her mind. And mind you, while all of this being self-taught is extremely impressive, it also kind of makes it terrifying to watch. In one of her videos where she's doing the electrical of the tunnel, she describes electricity as magic.
Before this project, I had very little experience with electrical. In fact, I used to consider it magic, which it basically kind of is.
You should definitely not consider it magic anymore. You should definitely consider it science at this point. I also like that she added in a sound like she's casting a spell.
It kind of is.
Yeah, so I learned all this electrical stuff. It's basically magic. You're cool to me, says Chris. You're amazing, says Jen. Impressed with you, says Sylvan Energy Solutions. You would be impressed, Sylvan Energy Solutions. You sound like an electrical company, but then you have like a magical owl as your profile picture. I'm impressed that you figured out electricity is magic. It takes most people a long time to figure that out. Now, it's not all fun and games on Kala's account. While she is getting a lot of positive, supportive comments, at some point, the tide began to shift a little bit, and people began to wonder if she was really qualified to be undertaking such a project. I think it happened somewhere around a year or so into it when she did this year in review and showed off everything that she's done in the tunnel and learned so far.
It's just been over a year since I started.
Oh my god. She has learned a lot. She learned to teleport. Maybe she did learn magic in there. She's like, as I tunnel closer and closer to the Dark Lord, he is anointing me with more and more powers. Teleportation has made things much more convenient in the tunnel. Convenient and scary, because sometimes I'm not in complete control of it, and I just teleport to parts of the earth that I have not tunneled to yet.
In August of 22, I cut an opening off the side of the sub-basement and started to carve into the solid rock, fabricated an elevator to lift material. I used hundreds of concrete blocks and yards of hand-mixed concrete.
She's learned a lot doing this. My only question is, has she learned why she's doing this yet? I feel like that would be valuable insight to have, maybe, because it's definitely not a storm shelter anymore. Are we allowed to build tunnels? I've always felt like my home is missing a dangerous mine shaft. The city inspector watching this right now. And it turns out that comment was kind of onto something, because eventually Kala did get shut down by the city, as detailed in this article. How Tunnel Girl's DIY storm shelter took over TikTok, then people turned against her. In 2022, a TikToker began documenting an elaborate underground construction in her home. As her videos garnered traction, people began questioning the safety and ethics of her project. Okay, safety I understand. Definitely, I could see how people would think this isn't safe. Ethics? She like bringing kids into the mine or something? I guess ethical concerns could boil down to the fact that, you know, she could be like digging a giant sinkhole under her neighborhood, and that could affect her neighbors' houses as well. That's pretty fair. You know, I would be concerned if I found out one of my neighbors was like hollowing out the ground beneath my house. So that could be the ethical concern. It could also be like releasing horrors from the earth beyond our comprehension. One of those two, I guess. What began as a characteristically quirky TikTok anecdote of a person on a curious home renovation style mission has become a messy source of debate, speculation, and even political contention. Political contention? Did I miss something? What happened? Experts are worried as the tunnel appears to be headed straight for the White House. And she has a gun. Is she planning to hop out of the floorboards of the White House and assassinate the president? Or does she have a map to treasure? Kala has refused to comment. Over time, her project became increasingly ambitious. By August 2023, Kala referred to her project as an underground tunnel system. See, that's a big leap. That makes me think she's not being totally honest with her motives here, because that's quite the escalation from the storm shelter she was building originally. I swear, man, these influencers, you give them an inch, they'll take a mile. The next line of the article is like, by January of 2024, Kala referred to her project as a subterranean metropolis. What she's involved in isn't new. It's known as hobby tunneling, a passion for underground digging typically associated with men. Ah, yes, the masculine urge to dig. If you ever notice all men are born with this innate desire to burrow into the earth and hide from God. Over the past year, viewers have questioned whether Kala is qualified to undertake the complex construction work depicted in the videos. She has repeatedly acknowledged that she has no formal training, but believes that she can teach herself the necessary skills to perform the work safely. In one comment under a July video, she clarified that she is an engineer, as her TikTok handle suggests, but a computer engineer, not a civil or structural one as people presume. Yeah, no, I could see why people would have gotten that twisted. I'm not saying that she intentionally tricked people. In fact, I think it was probably an honest mistake. She is an engineer. But I could totally understand why people would be shocked to find out that the woman hauling thousands of tons of rock out of her basement is in fact not that kind of engineer. In November, Kala was interviewed by NBC News clarifying that the project wasn't a doomsday bunker. Yeah, well, that doesn't really clarify anything, because like if it was a doomsday bunker, that would have clarified what it is, but now I'm just more, like that's just more confusing now. I'm not really a prepper or concerned about that kind of thing at all, but I just thought it would be neat to have, like a little protective shelter area, she told the outlet. And so I started working on that, and also it's a challenge, and I live for challenges. It keeps me preoccupied and keeps me entertained. Okay, well, there's the answer we were all looking for, I guess. She just likes it. She's having fun, and at the end of the day, isn't that all that matters? In late December, videos expressing concern about the impact Kala's project was having on her neighbors began to circulate. Oh, okay, no, that wasn't all that matters. Then on December 31st, Kala responded to rumors that her project was being shut down with a video explaining that local city officials had halted it.
So they did give me a stop work order and are requiring an immediate evaluation by a professional engineer. Fortunately, contrary to few rumors here, it is constructed entirely below the slab of my house.
Wait, how is it entirely under the slab of your house?
It is constructed entirely below the slab of my house.
Didn't you start at the edge of your basement and then dig like 30 feet in one direction? Maybe I just don't understand the shape of her house, but I feel like she's definitely in her neighbor's yard at this point. Also, wouldn't making the tunnel system completely under the slab of her house actually be super dangerous? Because that's the dirt that your house is sitting on. So the project is halted, Kala is waiting to get her tunnel system approved, and that's pretty much the whole story right now. Or is it? While watching through all of her videos, I uncovered a bit of a strange subplot that not enough people are talking about. Bedroom remodeling. Previous occupants considered this room haunted and reported frequent creepy occurrences and ghostly encounters. I'm planning on reimagining the room and renovating the walls/carpet. The bulkhead needs to be fixed and the shoddy trim replaced. I love the curtains. Okay, hold up. You just listed a bunch of things wrong with this room, but one of them seems way more important than the others. Tell us about the haunted room. Why is it haunted? What is the ghost? You, Kala, would not make a very good realtor. Okay, this is the primary bedroom. This window has a great view. There's plenty of space in here. A little goblin there. All carpet, floors, of course. Sorry, goblin?
I forgive you.
No, I wasn't apologizing to you.
Oh.
Why is there a goblin? Okay, sure, there is a goblin. But the rest of the house is really nice, you know? When he's not stinking up the place. Yeah, sure, it's a great house, but I'm supposed to sleep in here. Is that little freak gonna watch me sleep every night? I didn't want a goblin. Oh my god, goblin this, goblin that. Dude, if you love the goblin so much, why don't you just fuck him already? I don't love the goblin.
Be kind with your words, please.
I just want a normal house. Nice windows, nice floors, no goblin. Well, if there's no goblin in the tunnel, why don't you just sleep down there? There's a tunnel? Yeah, under the whole house. It's huge. You're gonna love it. And don't worry, it's only directly under this house. Wait, if there's a giant hole directly under this house, wouldn't that mean... Uh-oh, uh-oh!
I do not fear death because I have no reason to live.
Oh, that's really sad. The wall hangings were left behind by the last occupant who was twice admitted to a psychiatric hospital for insanity? What? So am I the only one thinking this? This is why she's digging the tunnel, to get away from the ghost. I knew there must be a better reason, and this is it. She's got a ghost in her house. But unfortunately, Kala, I do have to inform you that ghosts can hunt the ground under your house too. They own the ground rights all the way to the core of the earth, actually, unfortunately. And the air rights too. So don't try building a castle over your house either, you won't be safe there. The first time I saw this video, I was stunned. I was like, how were you only talking about this sometimes? But don't worry, she does have another video about the room where she goes into more detail, because so many people asked about it.
Yes, this room has a dark past, including haunting and madness. I rented it to several friends over the years, and they reported voices, hallucinations, violence and negative energy.
Okay, did you tell them that you were actively tunneling underneath them? Because I feel like that could explain at least one of those things. They reported hearing voices, banging, jackhammer sounds, creepers hissing, zombies moaning.
I am currently renovating the room slowly as a side project, hoping to freshen it up for a brighter future.
Okay, so if 2 of your friends have been driven to insanity by the room,
They reported voices, hallucinations.
I don't think that renovating it is gonna help. I mean, by all means, go for it. I support the renovation. There's no reason the room needs to also look insanely haunted just because there's a ghost there. Turn it into like a nice little zen oasis that just happens to torment the souls of those in it. Maybe those 2 things will cancel each other out and it'll just feel like a normal room. You know what would be a better use for all that castle rock, actually, that you've been finding in the tunnel? Just fill in that room. Fill the whole thing up with dirt. Just be like, we don't have that room anymore. Also, Kala, it sounds like you've had several friends rent this room from you.
I rented it to several friends over the years.
Why do you keep renting it to people if you know it ruins their lives? You, Kala, would not make a very good realtor.
The only thing left behind is this drawing of a tree that she always kept with her. On the reverse side, there is a photo of a motivational writer who she had a deep parasocial relationship with.
It just feels like you're kind of throwing her under the bus for that one. Doesn't seem like that has anything to do with the ghost.
The room is the second most haunted place in the house.
Second? Okay, this is wild, right? Who would have thought that the amateur mining operation this woman had going on in her basement was actually not the most interesting thing about her? But I am so hooked. Please tell us about the other room.
My house has 2 haunted areas. One is this troubled bedroom, and the second is this normal-looking closet.
I like that she says normal-looking closet as the camera creeps in toward a terrifying closet with horror music swelling. Ah, yes, totally normal-looking closet, the kind every house in the 1800s has.
Oddly, I was not able to view the bedroom with that closet before buying the house, and it was still locked during the home inspection.
Damn, that's really weird. Who was the realtor? You?
I felt some suspicion, but after closing, everything seemed fine.
What happened there? Did she just trip in the middle of the take and continue on like nothing happened?
Closing, everything
This is the most interesting person in the world.
I was upstairs cooking with a few roommates, and we heard a muffled pounding sound from downstairs. But the room was empty. A moment of silence was broken by renewed racket from inside the closet.
Okay, well, it's time to sell the house. I think you have to sell the house. I don't know how many rooms your house has, but if 2 of them are uninhabitable due to ghosts, you have to move. If 2 of the rooms in your house turn you into a husk of a human being, fill them with rocks. On a serious note, Kala, if you are watching this, buy a carbon monoxide detector if you don't have one already. Carbon monoxide poisoning can do this type of thing to people and make them think that they are going insane, so maybe look into that. How crazy would it be if she bought a carbon monoxide detector and found a leak and she fixed it, and like the second the carbon monoxide was gone, she was like, why the fuck is there a tunnel in my house? All right, guys, well, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did and you're new here, make sure you subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. Greg is what I call my family here on YouTube. We're a family, we're an army, we're a collective. So go ahead and subscribe and turn on my notifications to join Greg. I'll see you guys next time with a very interesting video. Bye-bye. What's up, Greg? Lately, I've been seeing a lot of discourse around alpha male podcasts on YouTube. I've seen a lot of really good commentary videos talking about these insanely misogynistic podcasts where the hosts, under the ruse of giving dating advice for men, will basically just insult women for an hour straight. Guys, here at the Fit Wolf podcast, we know that the dating game is tough these days, you know? Men don't know what women want and are finding it harder and harder to find a good girl to settle down with. So tip number 1 to finding a good girl is invent a time machine. Invent a time machine and go back to the 1750s, because that's the only way you're gonna find a decent woman, because every woman nowadays is a thought. That's right. Every single Michelle out there that I used to date a month ago is a thought. They get mad at the dumbest things, like saying that women have no inherent value and their only purpose on this earth is to bear my children. And they forget to turn off location sharing even though they broke up with me a month ago. Michelle, I know you're over at my friend Brandon's house right now.
I'm outside.
But I think I might have found something that takes things one step further. I saw this video on Reddit the other day that's a trailer for something called The War Room. And instead of being a podcast for these like alpha male, misogynist, entrepreneur type guys, this is a club for those same types of guys.
After I joined The War Room,
That was the year I made $100,000.
On the surface, this kind of just seems like a trailer for a club where you get to hang out with a bunch of bald guys and smoke cigars and talk about business and making money.
1 year ago, I did not even have a business. I didn't make money. Now I make 5 figures every month.
I didn't have a business. I didn't make money. I didn't even want to start a business before I was forced to join the war room at gunpoint a year ago. But now, I have a business where I'm selling fitness products to all of my friends. And if I get them to sign up too, and their friends to sign up too, and their friends to sign up too,